Speak.
Hello.
There we
Hi.
go. They can hear you. They can hear you.
Yay.
Right. Jesus, wept. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play D&D. Go. Roll dice. Roll initiative. Stab.
Oh, fuck. No.
There we go. Right. So.
A 19. Oh, wait.
You died. You died. You needed a 12. So, now that's out of the way. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play Dungeons and Dragons and all sorts of other stuff and loads of tabletop stuff. We're going to go through this pretty fast because we went a bit later than normal because the overlay exploded, so we put it back. Right. If you go to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and put in Heavyweight Gaming and quite possibly follow the links that may or may not appear in chat, depending on what order Althea/Re spams them, then go check us out. You can find out what we're doing, when we're doing it, what we're writing about, what we've got planned, all our charity streams, all our gaming and stuff like this. Go check it out. If you want to catch up, there is no TikTok. If you want to catch up on 100 billion hours of story time, go to our YouTube channel. So just either follow the link or go to YouTube. I love Heavyweight Gaming and you'll find it. If you want to listen to the stories on Spotify or Anchor, you can go there. You can follow that link. There is 2 campaigns on Spotify. Heavyweight RPG When Glory Is Not Enough, which is Mondays, and Heavyweight RPG Fables Among Titans, which is Tuesdays. So if you're into your listening to podcasts and such, or your Spotify while you're driving to work and such, please go check them out. They are amazing. Mr. Bjorn and Lady Amelia have done a feck ton of work to put them up there. More Bjorn. But, Amelia, you're hotter, so it's allowed. It's all about balance. So, go check all that good stuff out. That's all. Oh, Discord. We've got a Discord. If you want to come and talk to us about nerdy stuff, or ask us about our nerdy stuff, or tell us about a character you've got, or a game you've got coming up, or what books you like, or what books we like, and all this, and you just want to have a cool hangout, somewhere to go where you can spaff nerdy stuff all day, every day, come and join our Discord. I know there's millions of Discord servers out there, but ours is better. So just come and join us. It's us, we love you, you love us. Way. Right, now that it's done. Sponsors! We are officially sponsored by the world. But we've got different names for them around here. First one, official sponsor, as of the Games Expo a couple of weeks ago, Surenscape. Epic sounds for epic games. They are ambient sound creators. They do music, they do sound effects, they just do your lovely twinkly, vampire music going in the background, dragon fire, goblins fighting, waterfalls, storms, what's the key? What was I going to say? Sunken ships, all that good stuff. Go check out Surenscape. They're super cool. We're very, very humbled and honoured that they've now officially sponsored us. Yeah, go check them out. If you play around the table, great to have it coming out your tablet, your TV, your PC, your phone, whatever. Really cool ambience. And if you play online like we do, the host can invite everyone to their game. They download the web player app and they can hear all the music that you press play on, and they can turn it up and down as they see fit. So go check out Surenscape. There is no code. Just go check it out. If you like the tokens we use on Roll20, not these character tokens that you see before you, but the ones we use on Roll20, all the monsters and stuff like this, go check out Coyote Grey. So if you go to Roll20, put in Coyote Grey in the marketplace, or follow that link, you'll get to see over 1,000 tokens that Coyote Grey has put on there. Go check them out. Unbelievable. A lad called Rob, he's also going to be helping the artwork with our Kickstarter when it comes along. So please go check out Coyote Grey. You can also download them and use them on your other fantasy or virtual tabletops as you see fit. Maps. We are officially, amazingly sponsored by Loki Battle Mats. Everything we do is sponsored by Loki Battle Mats. Everything. They sponsor the channel. They're absolutely brilliant. If you're into your battle maps, sci-fi, fantasy, whatever you've got going on, go check out Loki Battle Mats. They're incredible. Met them at the expo, really nice people, which is nice because they sponsored us for like 2.5 years now and we never met them. But they're very, very super, super nice people, and we get to play with their maps and show you guys how cool they are. They do a massive book that you flip out on the table in front of you, so you've got your tundras, your towns, your taverns, your forests, your mountainsides, your ritual circles, and all this good stuff. And they also do digital versions, so go check them out, buy as many things as you can. There are 3 official sponsors for the evening. However, you've got to do a shout out to 2 Minute Tabletop, who also do battle maps. Hand sketched, real quick, real nice, and got a lot of personality in them, so we're a big fan of them. And yeah, if they eventually sponsor us, I'll shout out more about them. If you want a D&D supplement that's created by a bunch of nerds that can draw, that can write, and can make up this stuff far better than I, go check out Tasha's Heavier Crockpot of Bits and Bobs. 81 pages of subclasses, spells, artwork, and everything TTRPG player wants. Find it here for less than $10, which if you stick it in Google is about £7. Go to DM's Guild. Over 200 copies have been sold. Its first week out there, it hit like bronze and silver, like salesy little medals, which was cool. It's really, really cool. Super nice that we've got those folk around us that can do this stuff. They did so well that we got them together again. It's like a sequel, Avengers the Return, right? So if you want to go back to DM's Guild and check out Frank and Kenzie's Tradesfolk Compendium, shit ton of content in there. It's a bit of a homage to the small businesses and you'll throw in some Easter eggs relevant to our favourite sponsors and friends of the stream and more. It's really cool. Again, loads of folk came together to throw some art in there and come up with this really cool 5th edition source material. It's a little bit more expensive because there's a lot in it, but still only works out about a tenner, so go buy it. If you like our t-shirts, which I don't have with me, I need to get a photo and put them up and be all professional like, you've got Heavy himself, and as ripped it is on the t-shirt, that's exactly, I personally modelled for that, I'm just saying. There was a bit of foam added, but that's not the point. It's a quality t-shirt done by Friday Adams, our artist. She does a lot of stuff for the stream. Go check it out, go to Redbubble, and you'll see me holding up the world, hoorah. But you'll also see our incredible There Are No Dragons in Colossus t-shirt. Go check them both out, they're amazing, on Redbubble. They're just brilliant. The character tokens you see before you are done by Becky Appleyard Art. So go onto Facebook, put in Becky Appleyard Art, and you'll get to see all the cool little chibi artwork she does. She's amazing, and yeah, we're grateful that she did these for us. On the 30th, God, Jesus, like, we need to stop saying yes to stuff. On the 30th of July, Eduardo will be dungeon mastering in the world of Colossus, in the land of Furia, to the east, or is it west, depending on which way you stood. He will be dungeon mastering myself and a few others into Colossus. It will be a 24-hour one-shot as we do every year. And so far, since we started the channel, we have raised £6,000 for charities. So we are hoping to raise at least £500 for Jerry Green Dog Rescue. They operate in 4 centres across 3 counties. Their centres are in Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire and Yorkshire, the best one. And they deal with hard to rescue, and they care for and rehome stray, abandoned and unwanted dogs and help them find their forever homes. So help myself, Heavy, Mr. Valentine, Eduardo, we'll raise a few quid and hopefully we can, keep doing the good cause. So please check that out. The week after, I got some news about this. We're at GSCon in Manchester, at the Manchester University. If you follow the link, you can go buy a ticket. If you do buy a ticket and put in the code EMRIS10, who is one of our players on a Tuesday, she streams herself at Emrys Plays. Jade is amazing and lovely, and she's one of the sponsors of the con. The con is a charity con. There's 1,000 tickets, I believe. They might correct me on that, but I think there's about 1,000 tickets. They've sold over half already, so they're looking to fill out pretty fast. It is a e-gaming con, so there'll be like Fortnite, there'll be shooters, there'll be RPG players, all stuff getting their thing on. But also, because they're lunatics, they asked me to do a one-shot. Right? They asked me to do a one-shot. I had a phone call with Matt on Friday, who is an amazing person, and I'm really behind what he's trying to build here with GSCon. We actually have a 300-person seminar room for the entire weekend, which means I'll be running more than a one-shot. I'll be running one on the Saturday, one on the Sunday, and also holding any conversational things people want to learn about dungeon mastering, campaign writing, world building. All the Tuesday lot are going to be there, cosplaying or not. Emrys will be there. You get to talk to them about their characters, what they've got planned, their experiences. Just come and have a nerd out with us, and yeah, it will be amazing. Unbelievable. Oh, and Ree's going to be there. Cool, nice. You can talk to Ree as well if you want.
If you like, don't feel pressured.
If you cosplay Althea, that'll be amazing. Just think though,
I don't have full plate, sorry.
300 persons. I've got it. 300 person seminar room. Yeah, putting Sirenscape in there. Just saying. We'll have Loki.
300 person series with me, you, and the Tuesday lot.
Yeah, it'll be amazing. We'll have a one shot. We'll stream it. It'll be fabulous. Yeah. So please come and say hello if you are there. Hey, is that it? Is how we go? Oh, bits. Jesus Christ. It's like 11:45. If you want to give these lot a reroll, you can donate to. There we go. Do you feel sorry for the adventurers, Monkey Face? Donate 200 bits last year's to give the party a reroll. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws. They don't roll over to the following week, but there is no longer a cap. So if you want to go nuts, throw as many 200 bits as you want at them, and yeah, they will use them. If you are a sadist and you wish to give me a reroll to do whatever I see fit with, mainly up their plans, you can donate 500 bits. So yes, it's fine, Bardic. Your Padawan is she's doing well. The apprentice. Is that it? We good? Thank Bahamut. And we're past 300 followers. Yeah. Start a new goal. Follow a goal.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you.
I'll need that.
Whoa.
Let's be real. Can we specify if it's Tony's or for the rest of the party?
200 for the rest of the party.
They're all coming in now.
100 for Tony.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Tony gets
thanks,
100.
Jenny.
Evening, Big Grumpy Gamer. Evening, Ole. Evening, Jenny.
I think mine should be 10 bits.
Oh, God, there's more.
10 bits.
There's more coming in.
Tony, we can't bankrupt people. Yours are 5 bits and the rest of ours are 200 bits.
So, let me put on Sirenscape, our official sponsor. Did I mention that before?
I've got a new day, so it's going to roll well.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, and it's the first time in a long time Rich can actually hear the music. Chat, please let me know if it is too loud, because it's on the same mixer as the players.
Thanks again, Ely, for another one. So we've got
Thank
4.
you.
Thank you.
I'm in. I feel so
Bardic,
immersed.
If you let me know if it's too loud, please. Din, 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 din.
I feel so embarrassed.
How many rerolls you got? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4.
Alright, cool. Recap. You are in Clay Eye, I believe.
Still.
Still in Clay Eye.
We've been in clear. This is the 7th session.
I opened my document, it said session 1, I was like, feels like it. Right, you are currently in Clay Eye. You are there for the Feast of Stars, which is a feast as part of the celebration of a festival that's going on in Buxy Bay, aka Shagaloof. At this feast, there is a patron called Gluttonius, a dwarf who's got a bit of a thing for eating. They have paid for everything in the town, food and drink, to be free. So everybody there, whether they're working there, living there, visiting there, everything is free. All the streets have been paved with tables of food. There is tomatoes and feta cheese everywhere. It is quite clearly, it is less of a, here's a particular area that you eat, and the entire town, every street has a table in there, all spiraling and webbing through the town, tables and tables and tables of food and drink. In the market square area, towards the middle of this decent-sized fishing town, there is a sort of spiral-esque of the tables, and a larger table with bigger seats that the patron of the feast would normally sit at. Now, normally the patron obviously turns up, bit of wealth, throws out a few coin, and off they go. But Gluttonius has bought the villa at the top of the hill, paid for all the food and drink in the town, has hired a very, very reputable gladiator, apparently as a symbol of hey ho, look what I can do. You have met Batiatus, the Rhinotaur, lovely friend of Althea's. You've met Agron, one of the sea giants, the Neroliath. You bumped into a few other of the Neroliath, the giant-blooded sea folk, the Sea Goliaths, doing their fishing things. You visited both marbles of the twin marbles. We now call them left and right marble. It's amazing. High fantasy at its best. What else have you done?
You chose to call them both the marbles.
I call them the twin marbles. And in my head, we were just going to the marbles. So I just assumed you'd go. Could have come up with anything. The rhino marble. No, none of that.
Little marble and big marble.
Little marble, big marble.
One's always bigger than the other.
You managed to hop the wall while standing miles away, if you measure your miles in 20 feet. Etheria hopped the wall, scoped out the villa, and saw a creature with no eyes and no ears, but a hell of a nose on them, sniffing out possible intruders. Also saw them chefing their little hearts out, cooking a large pot of rats and snakes and frogs. Etheria then wandered further down the wall and got to see a Escravai elf, a nightshade blue-skinned elf whose hair went from white to black to grey just as they moved with the light. They seemed to be entertaining their lady friend, who Etheria knew was Lady Akiku of Summer's Wrath, of clan, the Juneberry Blossom is what Etheria knows her to be, and sister to the head of Etheria's clan. Being very polite and etiquette trained all their life, Etheria was like, no, blinkers on, and left the villa. You...
If it had been anyone else in this party.
What are you doing? You lured Gunnar, a possible suspect, who knows, in the bloody sacrifices that Faze experienced in her school. And you lured him down to the beach, into the fish store areas, captured him with a net, stabbed him through the leg, went full-on necro angel on his ass, and questioned him. You received answers to most of your questions. Some were attempted to be avoided, but the old twisting of the spear and kick in the face encouraged it. But Gunnar seemed to be quite confident in, regardless of the outcome of your interrogation, he was safe. After taking his head off, there was a... You alright, dude? You off to bed? No, mate. After taking his head off, Bjorn tried to say a little prayer to Costo, his Vendari patron, but was interrupted by a whisper on the wind of a tut 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 and a "he's mine." Give me a kiss. You can go now, child. May the ginger be with you.
Is that what the deity said to Bjorn? Give me a kiss.
That's pretty much. I mean, it is Bjorn. Like,
It's definitely the vulture.
yeah.
They are warlocks. Like.
You are aware that Lord Everdark, a very powerful noble from Ravenholm, is somehow involved. You know that... what do you know? I'll leave it to you lot to what you know. So, you have killed, or you chopped up Gunnar into several hundred pieces. One of you, or two of you, or three of you. I mean, I think Faze was going to fly it all out to sea, and Ray was going to fly it all out to sea.
Ray
but
was
you...
going to, but it didn't happen.
Capable, yes, Bardic, Everdark.
Yes.
You missed it last week.
You did.
I made up that name. I named that man.
Like,
That
you do
wasn't
know I
meant to
made up
last longer
all
than...
of this. Like, it's all made up. You know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there, Ray. Just
My
putting it out there.
character's dad is called Everdark. Oh, okay,
Your
cool.
old
No
character.
worries. My old character.
So,
yeah.
you met Capable, or at least that's the name he's got at the minute, a young elf who may or may not be into stealing shit, escorted you off the pier, into the water, into a cave beneath the town of Clayeye, where it seems someone has lived there for, or at least for a short while, probably Capable. But you are currently safe from whatever is going on up above, whether there is anything or not, you don't know. Capable is now 50 platinum up, hell of a day's work.
5, I think was the deal.
50 gold, sorry, 50 gold. 50 gold up.
I was like,
Yeah.
Who's got 50 platinum that they
None
can
of you
have,
lot,
like,
Capable.
yeah.
Raya turned up with like $4,000 of platinum, just give it away. So you are in this cave with Capable, away from it all. There's water out in front of you, obviously, if you wish to deep jump back in. You can hear the sound of the street above and the merriment that's going on. I can't really do a dulled version of it on the soundscape, but you can still hear merriment above you. 3, 2, 1. A go. Yeah, Theory did salmon dive after you.
we're in the cave, yeah?
You're in the cave.
How big's the cave? Like, how far back does it go? Does it have any offshoots?
From coming out the water to the back of the cave is probably about 30 feet. I mean, it's a decent size. It's maybe 25 feet high. It's probably a bit wider, maybe 40. But it's kind of like oblong shaped if you were to put a shape in there. But you're a teacher, so you probably Start doing geometry.
Does it look like someone like lives there? Is there like, you know,
Yeah,
furniture?
there's
or is it
it's
just-
not furniture,
Okay.
but there's bedrolls and such, and a few
Okay.
sacks of food and a couple of backpacks. It looks like somebody, or only one or two. It won't be a lot of people that like are definitely happy to sleep here, but I wouldn't call it a living area.
Okay.
And there's a few tunnels that
Emergency
lead.
hideout.
Yeah, there we go. A few tunnels that do lead into, like at the back of the cave and away, that are pitch black. Unless you have dark vision, in which case you see tunnels leading away.
I think all of us do. So.
Lots of dark vision.
So, capable.
Yes.
How did you find it?
If I'm honest, look, I was maybe thrown off the pier a while ago with weights or chains around my ankles. I fell out of them, tried to swim away, didn't want to swim to the surface, saw the light, risked it. There was a cave.
Tried swimming with weights and chains on your ankles. It's not very effective.
It is not. So I quickly ditched the idea, my dear.
Is it just you that stays down here? Like, who else knows this place exists?
There's another, but she's not been here for a while, so we should be okay.
How's Bjorn looking after his swim?
I don't know, he looks alright.
Traumatized.
Bjorn doesn't look very happy, but he's also just looking at Faze right now. So you're not quite certain where the unhappiness is coming from.
Did you find what you needed, Fairs?
No. We found out some information. We found out that primarily what I took away from it is that there's some sort of deal or some sort of arrangement. So the children I was in charge of were killed as part of a sacrifice, I think. Althea, that's pretty much what came through, wasn't it?
Yeah, he said that it was their souls specifically. It wasn't like a physical, their blood was needed or something. By the sounds of it, it was they needed their souls to power something or to go into something to give it power. I have no idea how powerful a soul can be and what they can be used to do, but that's definitely what he said.
He didn't say necessarily to power something, but for something, I think.
Also, it was implied that it was
For something
the
or
souls,
someone.
they had a use and that they were all going to a place to do something specific.
Or go to an entity. to do something.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was the voice.
What voice?
I tried to dedicate his soul to Costa. And as I was finishing my prayer, I was struck dumb and could not speak. And a voice whispered to me that he is mine.
Would that imply that like a deity has already claimed him? Is he like you? He is sworn to a power. I don't know much about the Celestials, but
Yes, you'd probably be the best
claimed.
person.
Does not need to be a celestial that you swear your allegiance to. It could perhaps be a very powerful mortal or one
Yeah,
of the
there's
magic
something-
users. And,
Something with the power that can, talk to you like that for one, and stop you, override what you tried to do.
More demonic entity.
Phase, and Alfie's just going to reach into her pocket. Like, don't freak out, but when I was cutting up Gunnar, he's laughing. I kept this for a reason, and she just pulls out an index finger that was Gunnar's, because he seemed very adamant that we'd see him again, like that he wasn't going to die, like that. Do you know what I mean? When he was kind of taunting us, and he didn't care about death. And it seemed that he would, he said that he'd died before. So if we see him again, I'd just be interested to see if he's got all of his fingers, because if we have to kill him again, this experiment might be useful. I'm just letting you know that I have a finger in my pocket and it belongs to him.
He might not be able to fire a crossbow.
Yeah.
We might
you,
also be able to use it to find him again if we see him.
Yeah.
Or he might be able to use it to find us.
True, but he probably could do that anyway if he's working with these powerful people.
I don't know. I hate how little we know. He reacted to the name Everdark. I only know it as a family in Ravenholm. I don't know anything beyond that about the name. It came up with Pelios, and he reacted to it here. I think...
Wasn't it to do with those coins that Pelios had? The wooden one and the others? There were 6, is that right? And Etheria, you said something about there was ink on them?
Yes, it was to do with the ink.
Soul ink or something? Or soul something.
I will look through my memory.
And we've got this whole
Look through my memory.
6 or 5 and 1 that refused.
I mean, it could all be tied together. But again, it would have been so much easier if he'd been scared of me. I'm very irritated that he wasn't scared. I wanted him.
Sorry, go on. Go on
I
first.
wanted him to be scared.
Maybe his adrenaline was pumped up too much.
Maybe
By
he's
the way
an
he was
arsehole.
talking, I think that you might have another opportunity to make him scared, because I'm 100% sure we're going to meet him again.
Does the little one always smile like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Normally
If
it
he is-
means
if
we're...
he-
Go on.
I was going to say if we are going about things the right way, or if everything we are saying is correct, then
At least
we get
close
this.
to correct.
So what does he do if you're not correct?
Tells
Stop
us.
smiling.
Tells us what to do.
Interesting dynamic. I'll just you carry on.
You have to
Don't
understand.
question it.
Anyone
no, you have to
hungry?
understand.
Oh,
Yes.
starving.
Yes.
All right.
We should rest here a short while and plan on how we are going to infiltrate the villa.
It's the blood of shadows is the ink.
Thank you, Etheria. You're quite right.
Yes, that's.
Well remembered.
I was distracted trying to remember.
Yeah, perhaps we'll have more luck with Plutonius. I will say that Gunnar implied that whatever the arrangement was, it wasn't an arrangement he made.
Well, we know where Everdark is, don't we? Is it Alexander told us? No, the Bronze Falls. He's in, not far from here. He's in this place that I've forgotten, the Natoria. That's the name
Well,
of it.
Belt's grinning again, so
Yeah,
you're
you've
probably
lived
correct.
your entire life.
He's in Natoria. He's at the Bronze Falls. Alexander told us before we left Buxy Bay.
Maybe that's our next port of call then after dealing with
I'd think so.
Face.
Because he's, him and Glutonius and, all these people being in the same place at the same time. Like you say, he's from Ravenholm. What's he doing here? It's obviously
Also,
all linked.
He's the thread tying everything together, right? So if we want to unravel the mess, then we need to pull at the right thread.
Yeah. Finding out why he's there would at least be a start. And
And then
what
removing his head
business he got
too.
there. Finding out if any more incidents have happened, not incidents, tragedies like what you experienced have happened around the area. More souls have been taken in such a way would be useful as well.
Apples. Capable just starts throwing apples towards you all.
I try and catch one.
Can I kick one back at him like a football?
Give me
Why?
a dexterity check.
Why are you picking it back, you Fruit Loop? Fruit Loop.
I just thought it was the game. 14?
Out of all of you, they all caught an apple. Whereas Althea thought, this is clearly a game. This is not. This is when someone asks you if you want food and you say yes. Why would they throw you an apple? This is clearly a game. So you, on a 14, kick the apple back. Incapable, thinking fast. Well, we'll let the dice decide how fast they fall.
Pretty fast.
Watches
Maybe.
that apple fly off into the water. Don't even try to catch it. You're not hungry? Or do you not like
It
apples?
just reflexes.
Get
I'm
attacked by
watching
a lot of
Althea like
apples?
this.
Maria
she-
with a mouthful of apples goes, what a waste.
I've
I was the
Wrong with
gladiator.
you?
I had a lot of things thrown
never,
at me from all angles.
okay. Do you want me to pass it to you? And Capel walks over with an apple to like 3 feet from you.
I'll reach out and take it. Like, thank you.
Takes his hand
Sorry.
back really fast. Okay.
Yeah, her reflexes are really bad. Sometimes if you wake her up, she reflexively punches you.
I'd say that.
I've never actually punched any of you. Okay.
I won't let near any small animals.
No, you have no idea.
I was just joking. Oh, okay.
No, if you have any kind of small pets, do not let her near.
Not
Only
insane.
if they are made of stone.
Even then, she'll crush life out of them and say, it's
They'll
fine,
sit
they're
there
made of
going-
stone, they can't die.
Okay.
Turn and stare
gives,
daggers at Rhea.
Gives Althea another apple. You just keep yourself occupied.
Hey, capable.
Yes,
You ever seen a stone squirrel?
I have.
Where?
Up here.
Do they- Althea drops both the apples.
Just mainly on the road, travelling between places. Part of the.
Do you know why
Llama.
what they are? Like what?
I've never cared to go after them. They're just squirrels.
Yeah.
Made of stone.
I'm
Your friend
Nice.
here is, although beautiful, made of other materials beyond flesh, but beautiful.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
Squirrels.
The
I've
both
never
of
seen
them.
it.
You've never seen a stone squirrel, and you've lived in
I
Atoria how long?
have. I have.
You have?
I have.
Did they anger you, or you seem very?
No, they just
No,
they
he
couldn't.
angered
I-
them.
Yeah, I did anger them.
How do you
Um,
anger?
They filled her
squirrels?
bedroll with
squished it.
stones.
They
was-
filled my armor
was
with
ve-
stones.
It was very funny.
She well deserved it.
Maybe the fermented fruit's not for you, Althea.
I'm gonna take one of the apples with my mage hand and finish that one as well.
I try and
Oh, yeah.
segue us back to the matter in hand of, the slaughter and glutonius. And
Oh, so we're not talking about the slaughter of stone squirrels now.
I didn't slaughter any stone squirrels,
You
Capable.
always did.
Yes.
but they didn't die.
These caves, I point to the ones leading off. Do any of them come out near the villa?
Near the villa, no, but some of them do come out. One comes out into the cellar of the right marble. But another two I've not really looked at, but they go pretty far away, or they feel like they go far. I spent a day in one of them, so it can't have gone. It didn't feel like it was getting any higher, so there was still some length in it. But you could definitely come out by the marbles. There are a couple more. I know there's one down on the cliff side. You still have to sail a cliff to get to the villa, but it comes out maybe 10 feet from the sea itself.
I have to ask, how did you know that people were coming from the villa, specifically to where we were?
I was spying on the villa.
From
Somebody
That's why
came
we
where?
drum.
Somebody kept taking my spot, and he just looks at you beyond.
Hey, yes, but did you see what Bjorn did after stealing your spot?
I saw Bjorn eat a rat. That was entertaining, at least. I saw Bjorn hide behind a curtain, well, a blanket, but not long ago. Watching Gunnar and a kid walk down the hill.
I'm going to point at Bell. He was the kid?
Nope, no moustache.
No,
Does
it
not
was
always
it was
have-
a costume. It was a costume.
It was a very convincing costume.
Well, if you tape down the mustache well enough and a bit of powder paint, you can get away with all sorts.
Now I
And
know
I'm
why
going
we
to
keep
look
them
at
in
Bjorn
water.
like,
Do you know of a
That's not
better
how it worked.
or a way into the villa?
Yes, there's a hole in the wall around the other side.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and also Capable
Did you,
told us
Lyria?
about this. No, Capable had already told us about this when we first discussed trying to get into
You've
the villa.
already paid for the information, so I'm happy to share it again and again.
I did see the hole in the wall. It is quite near the cliff.
There's a small lip if you manage to climb it, and you can then step in. But
If they're all investigating Gunnar's death currently in the barn,
when you say all,
all right, some of them, more than there would currently be in the villa, wouldn't now be a good time to go and be in the villa?
well, it depends what you're there for. I just like shiny things.
Murder, mayhem. Not that interested in shiny things.
I'll just stick to the shiny things.
Not
There's
actually.
probably not much
Hayes considers
investigating.
how much investigating needs to
Yeah.
be done with a dead body.
Not investigating as much as maybe
Did you
bringing
leave a
all the
lot of
bits
the
back.
body there?
All of it apart from this. And she'll hold up the finger.
And also the head.
Oh, okay. That's enough. No
Wait,
more
I've still got
apples
the
for
head
you.
in my bag.
You
And
do,
I'll pull out the head.
You do
yeah.
have a sodden head in your bag. That is wonderfully artistic.
Capable.
Yes.
Did you see if Lady Akiku, the elven lady, came with the other people?
None of they were merely guards of the villa that came out investigating. No one of import, I would have thought. But I do know of a. If you are calling her Lady Akiku, she definitely looked like somebody had an air of importance about her. She went into the town not long after they left.
You could say she's important, so she's not at the villa. Did the dark elf, the dark blue elf, did he go with her?
I saw no such elf. She was alone.
How many guards is in the villa, do you know?
Well, after seeing the 8 that walked out of the villa, I'd assume a few stayed behind. My guess is 12.
8. So they must have been hiding when I went.
Did you go in the villa?
I didn't go inside, no. I saw the rotten dwarf eating rats and snakes and frogs and bats and stuff.
What is it with you all eating rats?
Oh, it wasn't me, that was the dwarf.
Hey, when times are tough.
Okay.
It was a magical spell effect thing. I picked it up and it made me want to eat it.
I don't shame you. You know, yeah.
I did
Oh,
not
we
want
do.
to eat the rat.
Okay, I believe you.
Have you seen a person called Raphion in the villa? Looks a bit like me, but male presenting, but with the same sort of colour hair, similar armour.
There
think
was
he's a-
someone not in armour but stood on the balconies looking through the curtains, and even though I couldn't see their features, I felt their gaze. It was I turned away. I hid.
So nothing that would, not from the description that I've just.
They were a silhouette behind the window, but
Okay.
they had a presence even at that range.
I still don't know if it's the smart path, but if you're wanting to go to the villa, then while they're away is probably the time. Bjorn and Faze. I think Faze has gone to the bathroom. Down
Well,
the
right here?
caves.
Okay, fair enough.
I think she's gone down the cave.
Classy.
Well, with them finding Gunnar's body, I don't know. You know, tonight might not go ahead as planned, so we're going to have to go to the villa to see them. Gunnar isn't part of the equation anymore.
I can't see them cancelling the feast when the entire village is on it.
Oh no, I
Not
can't.
cancelling, but would Glutonius not, you know, maybe they wouldn't attend, or maybe they'd be even more guarded, or I don't think we'd get the opportunity to talk to her alone.
No, we are here. So we either
Yeah.
go to the villa and find them there, or we go to the villa and they are not there and we can investigate their belongings.
Mm-hmm.
We need to watch out for that little whatever it was as well, the blind creature.
Ah, the sniffer thing, the little bulb. Yeah.
Do you know anything useful about that?
And it darted right
Yeah,
at.
it is hard to avoid. Every time I go near the villa, it seems to sniff me out.
Yeah, it was tracking me.
Sunlight, it's not a fan of, but seems to tolerate it. And the poison thing, yes, I've seen it catch rodents and such.
Perhaps we could just kill it.
I mean, yeah.
It's a shame we didn't catch it outside.
You like killing, don't you? Just
Well,
kind of looks
you
around
might be able to lure it out if you say it was tracking you, Etheria, and it followed. Was it someone down here, Bjorn or Gunnar? Followed them down here. Has obviously got a good sense of smell. Maybe we could lure it out and deal with it before we go into the villa to stop it alerting anyone to our presence there.
For the record, we don't actually like killing people. It's just
It's a
the majority of
necessity at
these
the
are not nice people.
Oh, it's fine then.
They were complicit in the murder of several children.
Never a good
and
thing.
I would like to talk to them.
Again, just your business. Nice
I'm trying
smile.
out Velk's smile.
It is just as
So-
freaky on you as it is Velk.
Which of
Do
the
we-
caves goes to the cliff?
This one.
Is it straight there? There are no branches?
It's more winding than branches. Like, my best bet is something burrowed here years ago.
But it is easy to follow.
Yeah. There's, I've yet to find anything that branches off from it. Takes
Is there
about
anything-
20 minutes, but
Is there anything down here to be wary of?
down those two tunnels, yes. But I don't, like I said, I don't know where they go. But I've definitely had to run and hide and be capable to stay alive. But the one to the cliff, you might see there might be a few seabirds nesting at the end near the water, but I've never bumped into anything.
So, to the villa.
Have you finished do you feel rested, Bjorn? It's always so important to you to be well rested. You bring it up often.
It's been 59 minutes.
It was a turn of phrase. I am perfectly fine.
You always say you want to rest. I just wanted to make sure.
Must be the constitution of the man.
You know, he was ill for a while when we met
There
him,
is
actually.
nothing about me that needs replenishing with a short rest. I'm perfectly okay.
Good. All right. Well, then, shall we potter down the path?
Feel free.
I feel like every time someone asks the group a question or asks the air a question, everyone's just kind of looking at Eddie.
We're like, Velk.
Is Velk just smiling?
As there's like a pause or whatever, I say everybody just looking at me. I'm like, Bjorn considers sometimes the foolish path must be taken.
Bjorn considers that always the foolish path must be taken. You keep trying to talk me out of it.
I really think you went to the wrong person with that one, Velk.
Do you see what we mean, though? Capable.
Yeah. Sounds like a great plan.
Do you want to come?
No.
It's
You
your
don't get the shiny
opportunity.
things.
Yeah,
We might
that we're going
end
to
up
be in the
causing
villa with
that-
the shiny things.
You will be my distraction. So thank you for that.
You're very
I
welcome.
don't want to be anywhere near you lot while you talk to these people.
You're a smart man,
understand.
capable.
I like to live.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
I'm sure it was.
I hope to meet you again.
Are you going to be travelling down the tunnel with us, or are you going completely
No.
your own way? Okay.
I will
Just
be
checking.
my own way.
Oh, during the short rest, only because I've just realised about the sword, I will give the sword to Bjorn and say, I think that maybe this, can you use this? Is this something that you would benefit from? I know that Velk told us that it does something. I can't remember.
I didn't
But
tell you
it's-
anything. You took
No,
it.
you?
Velk
Oh.
didn't identify it.
Oh,
No,
so-
no,
okay.
but it-
I thought I gave
took
it
it
to
off
Velk.
me.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I was sat here
Gunnar
like, whatever
told-
Velk's told.
oh, Gunnar. Someone told us. Yeah.
Gunnar told us.
Gunnar told us. Gunnar
See
told
if-
us something that I've forgotten.
See if Velk.
It burns on hard hits.
Burns on hard hits.
See if Velk can tell us what it does.
we need to do this now? Is this urgent?
No, but it might be useful if we end up fighting someone. That's all.
I think Velk should wield it. Look, it's literally the size of Velk.
Velk, have you got 10 minutes to tell us what it does specifically?
The DM will take that as a yes. Whilst Velk performs his identify ritual, I'm assuming, and not smashing out a spell slot.
I mean, these guys have only been chatting for what, like 10 minutes?
I honestly thought that was first.
Have I
Like,
got
straight,
time?
we get out of the water, give the sword to Velk. So, you continue to do that. Capable is sorting out a backpack. He's putting rope on it. He's got a pair of leather gloves that seem to have some iron sort of spikes on the fingertips and a bit more rough going on the palms. And there's a few other bits and bobs. There's a harness that he puts around himself, like a body harness, and he's got more metal pitons, spikes and stuff in it. And he looks quite ready to climb. You lot want a healing potion?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, that would be great.
Goes into his backpack, just brings out a small vial, bright red liquid in it, and gives it to Rhea. Here you go.
Rhea, don't give that away to anyone.
It's the least I can do.
For
I just
50 gold, I should think so.
After Faye
was
says that,
actually
Ray just kind
4
of
platinum.
clutches it to her chest.
It was 5 platinum. I
Uh,
gave you 1, Rhea gave you 4.
You didn't give me one, you paid me one.
You
You still have platinum that he no longer has. Like,
It's very important in this business.
I think you earned it, Capable.
I agree.
If we're going to do this.
He has brought us to a cave for 40 gold.
I gave you a healing potion.
It would be like 5 copper in a tavern.
also,
They don't know where this
noticing-
cave is, so good luck with your 5 copper.
noticing his like climbing gear and stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, have you got any of that like spare? Like, I don't think any of us, if definitely not all of us, are gonna be.
I got some extra
As
rope,
good as
but the
you.
climbing gear is kind of just mine.
Yeah, if you've got rope spare, I'm sure that would be
Uh,
useful.
Alright. He pulls out 2, just like moves some of the blankets and a couple of the backpacks, and he's got 2 lengths of rope, both hemp, both guesstimated at 50 feet. And but one of them looks rough as like it's seen a lot of wear and tear. The other one's pretty fresh. This
Okay.
one I acquired and gives you the fresh one. This one was here when I got here and gives you the manky one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We should go if Velk is finished.
Yes.
The Capable goes over to the water's edge and just starts splashing the water with his hand. That tunnel there, take you all the way to the to the bottom of the cliff.
Thank you again. I'm sure you'll find us if we don't see you first.
Try not to tell anyone about this place. It's kind of a good hidey spot. If you want to come back and rest here, feel free.
Thank you.
I can't imagine why we would tell anyone about this.
There's plenty of apples and stuff in the bag.
Thank you.
Second
We'll try not to
example.
throw them all in the sea.
Obviously a custom
I'll
I was
see it.
unaware of.
I didn't throw anything, okay? I kicked it.
Oh, much better.
Now, if you excuse me, my transport here. And you just see a silhouette shape in the water. Doesn't quite surface. And then Capable just goes beneath the water.
Oh, that is cool.
When I stick my head under the water, I want to see what the shape is.
You just walk over and like straight
Yeah.
like that. It's a tortoise shell upside down, and there is a merfolk in it, and they are just waving their arms around, and there's like blue bubbles that seem to move of their own freedom around the merfolk. The colouring, they might not be wearing a blue, like it's almost like tissue paper is the robe around the merfolk. It kind of just, bits of it seem to like break away but still hover around them. It's very, You imagine if they stepped out of the water, it'd just disintegrate. But it looks very, like I say, tissue paper-esque, this robe around them. The hair is long and dark blue, kind of contrasts to the water here. Well, you're in a cave, it's not as blue. But they definitely pop blue, and these blue bubbles all around them. And they seem to be, as they move their hands, these, I say large turtle shell, it fits 2 people-ish. And they kind of, you see them capable sit in it and put a plant in his mouth. Just sees you looking under the water, the merfolk, and capable to sort of wave. And then the merfolk waves, it moves her hand in front of them, and the tortoiseshell moves away. These blue bubbles around.
Okay. I'll pull my head back out of the water and go, so, which tunnel?
Yeah.
That one.
So,
Okay. I'm going to start walking towards the tunnel, still looking a bit confused.
Nice. Wait a moment. Velk. Are you done?
Have I finished identifying?
yeah. So,
What do I think it does?
what do you think it does? Is entirely up to Velk. What it actually does, Velk. You interpret this how you so wish to, Mr. Bjorn. It is a sword that has been made from a dead creature that is from the fiendish realms but does not carry devil or demon flavour, but it is from the fiendish realms. On a natural 20, it does an extra 4d6 fire. And once per long rest, you can negate a fire attack, a fire damage. So if I hit you for, 5 slashing and 10 fire, you can negate the 10 fire. Yep. And it's classed as magical for overcoming resistances, but doesn't increase your attack or damage. Make sense?
Yeah.
And by once a day, once a long rest, you know what I mean? Just for Bjorn and his mate.
Attuned to it, yeah?
Yeah, must be attuned. You feel there is no current attunement to this weapon. Although it does hum a little bit near the head of Gunnar in Faze's pocket.
Like a dowsing sword.
Bjorn thinks this sword is from the fiendish realm, but not from a fiend. And if it were to be used in an attack that hits sweet, it would set fire to any foe. And every now and again, maybe once per day, they could use this to resist the complete effects of fire, as if the sword would absorb the fire from an attack upon them.
Atheria looks very interested in the fiendish sword.
The sword must be attuned.
Is it a long sword? It's a martial weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
To both.
I have a ritual I can use to, perhaps, if Costa wills it, imbue my axe with the sword's power. But the sword would no longer be usable. If perhaps someone else would rather wield it, I would graciously give it to them.
Right.
Offer it up to Ethereum.
No, I've got my sword. It's just interesting. It's from the fiendish realm.
I'll take it.
Can you use it, Ray?
Everyone can use it.
Got martial weapon.
Martial weapon.
You can use anything in the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Are
your
you good at using it,
proficiencies.
Raya?
No, never tried. But we all start somewhere. Grins.
I
Is
think
it
we'd
useful to you in beast form?
Oh, nice. Well played. Well played.
It depends if it has thumbs.
What, the sword or the
mechanically.
beast?
Yeah.
Are you
Raya's
not,
not wrong. Raya's not wrong.
are you not a druid, Raya?
Yeah.
Isn't there something about druids and metal?
There's
No,
not.
it's not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Metal's part of the ground. The druids should look that up.
Is it shiny and can I stab things? Yes.
I think it may suit Bjorn's skill more, but
I was thinking, Althea.
It was just giving it away and no one else was taking it.
I see what you mean, Ray. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can use it, but I think most of us, like, we all can, so it's not. I mean, yeah, I'm a fighter. Like, I am using. I point at my longsword and the similarity of the longsword that we're holding. Like, this is the weapon that I train with. But I don't want to just claim it for that reason. It's got to be if someone else wants it for a specific reason. Like Faze, if if there is something that would, I don't know, you using Gunnar's sword would bring you any kind of not closure, but you know what I mean. If it's anything that would.
I'm more of a hammer person. I'm going to hold up my warhammer.
Definitely.
So is that why you and Shauna got along? Because you both use hammers?
That was definitely the main reason where
They were up all night hammering.
we really liked hammers.
They were in the tavern, they weren't in the blacksmith, so why would they be hammering?
I will
Be
take the sword. I'll take the sword from Velk, do a little twirl, and say, if no one objects, I will attune to the sword. And if someone else wants to go with it, we can attune. Like it's not mine forever. Like
I
Stab
really
one thing.
Those of a magical persuasion are aware that attunement to such things usually takes an hour.
yeah.
I just need it for like an hour and 15 minutes.
What do you want it for?
Just want to stab something with flames. That's pretty cool.
don't you have magic like for flames? Aren't you a druid? But you're about like elements and stuff. Can't you do that with magic?
But is it a sword-shaped magic with flames? No.
I don't know. I'm not magic. I don't know if you could probably use a spell.
Well, you're
out there
about
that
to
you can
get
make
magic.
I've seen Faze
plus-
make a weapon out of
Don't
magic.
you have that
Like,
magic thing where you can make two of you or something?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not magic.
At some point, we'll
She
get you a
does.
sword, douse it in oil, and set it on fire.
Oh my
then you
god,
can
it's gonna be
stab
so
something
much
with it.
fun.
Okay. You happy with that?
I'm down. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
It's not good for the blade if you do that.
Look, it'll be a cheap sword, Bjorn. It really doesn't matter for the purposes of this, does it?
I'm just saying it is not very good for the temper.
I'm going to start
Fire.
walking down the. I've gone to start walking down the corridor. I'm like, okay, I'm going now.
I do have a question. Where are your scars, Althea?
Snap camera is being a
The
pain,
heels.
and if I wanted to put it on, I would have to leave the call, which I feel
will
might make you swear again.
burn
So I don't want to do it.
So,
I would have to reset my
Althea is
webcam.
magically healed for now.
But I have a scar here and down my lip.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll draw them on with lipstick in the break.
Has somebody been playing with Minor Illusion?
Yes. It's probably Velk.
I am proficient with the disguise kit, so
I
Alfie's
was-
just decided to wear makeup today.
Yeah. First, you approach the tunnel. It is about 7 or 8 feet-ish wide, so maybe yourself and Velk could stand shoulder to shoulder, but any other mix-up would be quite difficult. So single file is comfortable, and if you can see 60 feet in the dark, 60 feet ahead of you, you see more darkness.
Can you see down there, Faze?
Nope. And I'm going to start walking.
If you can't see, do you want me to go first?
I mean, I can see 60 feet odd. I just can't see beyond that.
Okay, I'll follow.
So Faze, Etheria, who's next?
I'll go.
Raya.
I'll bring
I'm
it
going
away.
it.
You'll
Oh,
bring
okay,
it
I
up,
was
Raya.
going-
I'll go after.
Jesus.
I'll go after Ray.
You're going to bring up Raya.
That's
The
apparently.
Rhea.
Oh,
I'll
well.
go after Vel.
Pace yourself. So, Faze, Etheria,
Etheria,
Raya, Velk,
Althea, Bjorn.
Althea, beyond. As you start walking through the tunnel, after much, I cheer a bit to give the demon dash. You, it takes, as Capable said, about 20 minutes. You're pottering along. There is no change of texture to the tunneling as you kind of just walk out and touch the sides. You look ahead of you, and every time you see that 60 feet, it is just sort of grey. You see the rocks. It does definitely, after Capable said so, it looks like it burrowed through here. You can see that there is a cylindrical, bored out area of this stonework rather than hammered away with, Shauna's hammer and Grumpy's pickaxe. So you, 20 minutes pass, and you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Not much of it, as it is getting towards an early evening. But what you do hear is loud music high above. It must be loud because where you are, you're over the cliff and down by the water where it's gently crashing against the cliff. But as you get to the end of the tunnel, you can see there is a not a platform, but it kind of plateaus out sort of thing, and maybe about 5-6 feet from the tunnel entrance. Water beneath you. You see a few of the birds flying around or sitting high up on the cliff edge, and you look up, and there's a hell of a climb, but there is a cliff. What do you do?
Rhea? Rhea, do you think you could carry Vilk?
Now, I don't know. I've told you this before.
I don't know.
What is your strength, Rhea?
I am very weak.
Elk is very small.
That is very loud.
8 is my strength.
8.
8.
You're not too confident that you'll be able to carry Velk up a cliff. Maybe a
I'm
short
well aware.
distance, but...
Because if we recall back in the Crystal Cave, when I tried to stop him from hanging himself, I dropped him. She kind of points back to her wings and goes, basically a bird. Very light bones. Very easy break.
Could you fly up a rope and secure it at the top for us to climb?
Not too bad with knots, I could probably do that. As long as there is a place to anchor them, anything though.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, I've not been up there, so use your best judgment. But how
Wait,
tall does the
I
cliff
have a
look
great
to you?
idea.
Give me a survival check, Althea.
You're using your tracking?
What is your great idea, Rhea?
Come back to
11 on the survival.
11?
Mhm.
Well over 100 feet. But
So we have to...
you're not super confident, but it looks over 100 feet.
We'd have to knot together these ropes. I don't think one length of rope.
Do not use the rubbish one. I have...
Yeah.
I'll take from my pack 50 feet of hempen rope, which all of us should have.
Yeah. We should have about 200 foot of rope between us.
I don't, and I don't have why.
Bjorn
We could-
thinks before we start climbing, yes, we may have taken the foolish path, but we have to consider the creature that can sniff out people in the grounds of this place.
I mean, I was just waiting for it to come out and then,
Bjorn considers luring it out with items
it's
that
down here. That's
smell of different things.
Things that smell like a bear, so they wouldn't necessarily think that it was actually someone intervening, it was just a bear.
Climbing up a
Bjorn.
cliff.
What about just putting a finger down outside the building for a second? That it would recognise the smell of and might want to come and
Althea
find out.
clutches the fingers closer to
Or maybe a head.
Find
Yeah,
if
you've got a whole head.
Sure, I'll
Or
take
I
maybe
don't
the
know
you-
if
west.
you've thought about this,
Seabirds.
but a bit like a head just left outside. Does that not seem a little bit more like
I
that
thought
would
a
be a
finger might be.
threat?
I thought
He's
a
not
finger
got
might be more
eyes.
subtle.
He's only got a nose. He won't be able to see that it's a head.
But
I
if
don't think you
someone
can
else
smell
finds the head,
shapes.
You can smell head.
I don't know. I said I don't know if you can smell shapes. Alfie starts having like a philosophical breakdown about can you smell shapes?
It's definitely a
Okay.
triangle.
Can you hear colours? Can you smell shapes?
No, I can smell sound.
Bjorn thinks about how if somebody who was able to fly up and down the cliff face was able to go and put things that were more pungent than other items in areas around the grounds, it would distract the creature that could smell everything.
Wouldn't it make more sense to kill the creature that
I
can
am
smell
very
everything?
clever.
I mean, you are, but wouldn't it make more sense, Bjorn, to kill the creature rather than risk it notifying anyone of our presence if it gets... And also, are we going to go on a hunt for garlic and just steal all the garlic? Because that seems a little weird.
Would that not also put Rhea in danger, as she'd be the one? But by the time she got down and back up again, he could be there waiting, smelling her.
It should be visible.
Yeah.
Bjorn
Not to it
thinks
doesn't have eyes.
how
But
if they were to go and place something in a certain area and then move to another and place something down, it could cause a lot of confusion. The other option would be to put something close to the cliff edge, stand real still, and try to push the creature over the side.
The thing's got my scent.
Do we have anything smelly? Apart from me.
I pull out the head and go, no?
I think that's risky if anyone were, with eyes were to see Gunnar's head on the edge of the cliff. That might send maybe not a bad message, but the wrong one.
AD, I can. So, is there any? I'm assuming there's quite a few like loose rocks and stuff like that. About.
Yeah, there's,
I'll,
or at least, if not, you could chip a bit off.
So, I can. I'll pick three loose rocks up, and I will make them smell with prestidigitation. So I can basically make them smell of an odd odor for up to an hour.
Okay.
I can
You have
maintain
to be
it
near
on 3.
them.
No,
Okay.
no, I can just I can cast it multiple times, and it lasts up to an hour. So I'll just cast it on the three rocks and making them smell pungent.
Pungent bad or pungent good?
That's subjective, I think.
From Velk's perspective, well, all right, you need to tell me what they smell like.
Yeah. Let's go. I'd probably go with something like one garlic. One. Let's go with one that's like honey. And
All
one that is.
They were cooking rats. Maybe dead rats or toads.
I haven't said I'm doing this to you.
Oh no, sorry.
Velk thinks.
Suddenly there is a
And
guitar.
I'll go with one that
It's
is
the creature.
one that smells like. I'll go with. In fact, I'll go a little bit more. I'll go with one that smells like it could be like an old boot or something like that.
An old boot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheesy.
Give me a performance check.
Uh, 18.
18?
Yeah, on a 9. That's my skill.
I was about to say, it's kind of what you do. Alright, cool. So you now have garlic, honey, and old boot. Eau de la spice.
I do not know if it is too late, but I have had an idea. Hear me out, though. Do not dismiss it straight away.
Right.
It's because it is actually mine and not his. It appeared that it would smell for food. Why not have it smell like the food that Plutonius was making? Have it smell like rats, or have it smell like the vermin that it was hunting? At least one of the rocks.
I just hold up the 3 rocks.
Right.
We'll just go with what we've got. It was a good idea, though, Bjorn. And I tap Bjorn on the shoulder.
God. Oh, no. Bjorn climbs the cliff and jumps off. I'm not worthy, Costa. I'm not worthy. Nice. You've got some free smelly rocks.
Rhea, are you okay to go and drop some rocks?
This is special forces at its best, kids.
Just kind of stares at the rocks with like the smell. Been like, do I have a choice?
You always have a choice.
But also, please.
It really stinks. And she just kind of takes them and flies up.
Before, if she starts fire, Rhea considers for what purpose: to distract or to kill.
So as you
Do
fly
I
up,
get a fire sword?
are you asking that or are you flying up?
If you want it that badly,
Nah,
you can
flying
have it.
So you fly up, considering whether to distract or to kill. You have 3 very smelly rocks. I mean, they are pungent. Your druidic nose is going mental at this moment in time. As you fly up and you get closer, knowing your sense of direction is pretty bang on as a druid, you fly about 150 feet, give or take, before you get to the cliff edge where it goes onto the where the villa is. As soon as you get up there, you kind of hover, just peeking over the side of the cliff. You can easily hold yourself to the cliff face. It's not overly stressful to do so. You see the hole, or at least the broken bricks in this north wall, outer perimeter wall, and beyond it some sort of a garden, and obviously the large villa beyond it. What are you doing with your 3 rocks?
So one smells of garlic, one smells of honey, and the other one smells of what?
Old boot.
Old boot.
It's niche. It's Father's Day.
Is there a back door that I can see?
Nope, you're on the outside wall. There's a hole in the wall, leads into a garden and the villa beyond it. If you look through the gap in the wall, you'd have to climb up and have a look.
I'm gonna climb up and peek.
Cool, give me a perception check.
Okay. I can do that. That's like 25.
Damn. I'll send you the blueprint. You, the immediate garden in front of you is one designed for relaxation. There's no, it's not like fruits and veggies, it's just beautiful flowers. There is a swing chair in the middle, maybe fit 3 people sat on it, like a real long bench. Sat on it is a very, very dark blue skinned elf with long white hair that when they just sort of do this with their head and just itch the back, you can see the colouring of the hair turn from white to black to grey back to white. They are dressed in the similar clothes to Etheria. So they're in a kimono, but it's a darker blue than their very own skin, and it has a very nice contrast. They look incredibly well presented, and they are sat on this swinging bench, just rocking and humming a tune that you do not recognise. Beyond the garden is the villa itself, and straight in front of you, so on that north wall that is facing you, there is a very large glass double door, and beyond that is a large hall, as it were, within the villa, and there's several windows along the villa, but from where you are at the perimeter of the wall, that's all you see. The person on the swing, the dark elf on the swing, is maybe 20 feet from you, from this hole in the wall, and you are very just frozen. If you decide to move anywhere near the villa, stealth check. If you move away, the sound of the wind and cliff and stuff will disguise you, so it's up to you.
Okay. I would like to kind of try and flick the honey-scented stone kind of into the garden a little bit, to use that as a bit of a mask for people to wander through and around, please.
Okay, give me a dex check. Just to flick the honey-smelling stone into the flower garden.
I'm gonna take a reroll. How many rerolls do we have?
You
3
did
more.
have 4.
I'm gonna take another one.
Okay.
Come on.
Does your dex
That'll-
check?
That'll be a 5.
Cool. So, as you line it up for maybe 3 rerolls worth, you flick the stone. Sorry, 2. My bad. You flick the stone. It hits both sides of like the V in the wall where it's broken, like and falls onto the other side. And the creaking of the swing of the bench with the chain stops.
Duck.
Give me a stealth check.
Goose.
Oh yeah, of course. Thanks for that. 19.
Cool. You hear footsteps as you sort of crouch, and you're too far away from the cliff edge to just dive over it. The wall's in front of you, and you've kind of pinned yourself low and against the wall. So your options are 19, you know what I mean? You're stealthy, you're against the wall, or you can just leap over the edge. It's your choice. You can fly, so please keep that in mind. You can hear footsteps coming closer, and then they get from as if they're on stone, and then soft. So probably like the muddy area or the soft soil area. And they are definitely by the crack in the wall, or the broken down parts of the wall. And you just hear a, well, sure I heard. As they peek, and you see the nightshade blue skin elf just peek their head out of the hole in the wall, and they kind of look left and right, backwards and forwards. The small bits of shrubbery and the setting of the sun, and you're kind of just pinned against it. And they pause for a very long time. Their hair just hangs down black. It's very clean and straightened, and like you're expecting him to crack out a Diet Coke advert, but they looks and stares at where you're hiding for a very, very, or what feels like a very, very long time, and then they go in your direction and disappear back into the villa grounds, and you hear the creaking of the chain on the bench.
Oh.
1 stone down, 2 to go.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Mary's just be like, I didn't think this through. Did not think this through. Didn't think this through.
Give me a perception check while you're not thinking this through.
Not thinking this through. Nine.
Cool. As you kind of take a deep breath after the elf ducks back behind the wall, and you hear the creaking chain on the bench. Still creaking, still creaking. You just kind of take a deep breath, look up, and there's a smiling face looking down from the other side of the wall.
Knew it.
Long black hair, beautiful nightshade blue skin. Well, good evening, little birdie. Just kind of rests both arms on the wall, chin on their hands. How are we?
You're very pretty.
Well, that is obvious.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just very interested as to what was behind this wall. That was all. The garden's very nice, and it kind of reminds me of home.
Do you wish to spend time in it? It's quite lonely sat here on the bench, and not one for hanging out with people who eat in a fashion I don't care for. And he holds his hand up.
Ray just stands, keeps her hands very close to her side. It's just like, I don't know. I've heard weird stories about like the villa itself. It's like because I was just chilling on a roof one day, and because it's nice to be out of the crowds, and then I just sat there chilling. Before I know it, I'm unconscious on the floor because something from this direction has hit me with a sleepy dart, and it didn't feel very nice, and I'm a little bit worried about going in there.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
And they sort of skip, like half jump skip, and they're now sat on the wall, just feet tapping. And you see that they're barefoot. and they're just tapping on the wall, just looking down at you. Then maybe we can sit here. You don't have to be in the grounds of the villa. Besides, your beautiful wings should have the freedom to spread.
I don't get an opportunity to do that much anymore, so it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie.
You should do it as often as you can.
I try, but then people stare at me weird, and I don't like it when people stare at me.
It's them that are weird, dear. And he puts his palm out, and he does this. And a silver goblet just starts to form out of glitter. There's a clear liquid in it, and he just passes it to you. It's only water.
Whilst that was very cool, I'm very much not thirsty. But I appreciate it.
He takes it back and drinks it. Clicks his fingers and the silver goblet disappears. So, you really are fair.
Yeah? I don't know. We never really had much of a name for me. Like, we're just who we are. But other people and things seem to have a name for what we are.
The young folk, they know nothing of the histories.
No, it's quite scary. Because it's usually just common knowledge, but apparently it's not.
Well, story has it, some of our ancestors may have done horrible things to the humans. And the Celestials and the Elves and the Dwarves and the Gnomes and the Halflings and anyone else who wishes to pin blame. But we're not all that bad, are we?
Well, no, because people do horrible things to other people all
All
the time, so it
the
doesn't
time.
make sense why it's just us.
Exactly.
Wait, you're like me?
Well, you could be like me one day. Need to practice the hiding a lot better.
I wasn't quite hiding.
That I would agree on. Why are you nervous? Do I make you nervous? Does the villa make you nervous?
The villa very much makes me nervous, but so do strangers.
My name is Gabriel.
Hi.
Hi. Stranger still?
Technically, yes. I may know your name, but many other people may also know your name, but they're still a stranger to you.
Everybody's a stranger to me.
So that makes you a stranger to me as well.
Well played. So, what's this? And gives you the honey rock.
Thought it would smell nice. I'm pretty sure I may have saw some honeysuckle in the garden. I just wanted to make it smell more like honey.
You did just that. Don't tell anyone. He kind of leans in a little bit. But honey is my favourite odour. Or scent. Depends who I'm talking to.
It's a good odor scent to enjoy.
Not like
It'd be
whatever else
classic.
it is you're carrying.
Old boot and garlic.
Trying to start a business, are we?
No, I just didn't want the thing that poison darted me to, I don't know, smell me. I've heard rumour there's a thing that can smell really well, and then it's not a very nice thing, and I panicked because
It's fine.
it was
It's,
so close to the wall, and
it's okay. It's just a guardian of the villa. Some folk have dogs, other folk have the cook.
it's really weird that your cook is a guard.
Why?
Surely it's just a cook. How can you have two jobs and be proficient at both? I can barely survive.
You are flying and creating smelling rocks. You're already 2 for 1.
I didn't create the smelling rocks. I found them.
Where did you find them?
Someone gave them to me, and I just thought they were really cool.
So when you say you found them,
Uh-huh.
do they know that you found them?
They didn't mind it if they had them.
May I? Just holds his hand up. I quite enjoy scents.
Not these ones.
Garlic
And
is
I love
a...
garlic. I love garlic, but this is a lot. Like this, it's a lot.
I can smell that. Maybe you should keep them apart if you're wanting to sell them on.
there's not a lot to me, and there's not that I can't really hide them many places. Very thin.
Throw them in the
Even
water.
if I had, why would I throw them in the water? Right?
You've already said they don't smell very nice.
I know, but I'm probably going to need them for something at some point, because especially if I want to try and get out and around from where I am, because I'm now scared to fly just in case that thing shoots me out of the air and I go crashing into the water and then I die in the water. Like, who wants that? I don't want that. I just want to be able to walk out.
Then walk.
It might kill me.
It won't kill you.
What about if it tries?
I can show you. It's quite easy to tame. It is just an imp.
What an imp?
Like a pixie, but from the fiendish realms.
Fiendish realms? The only realm I know of is this one in the Fae.
Looks at you like wide-eyed, absolute curiosity and bliss. You've never heard of the fiendish realms?
I've not heard of much. I live a very sheltered life.
I can see that. Well, that is it. It is another realm that creatures known as fiends come from.
Well, evidently, because, you know, fiendish realm, fiends would come from there, just like the Fae come from the Fae realm.
And just like the fair realms, they are able to wander in the material realm. Some need calling, others can do it whenever they so wish. Like I'm sure you can return to the fair realms whenever you feel like it.
I don't think I can.
Oh, you've not tried then.
Well, no, I've been there once when I was very, very, very little, but that's where I was kind of born. But then I was never taught how to go back. Well, like, we just never went back. We didn't need to. We had everything that we had in our little patch of woods.
He jumps off the wall lightly and just lands a little bit from you. Straightens his kimono, holds himself very proper, puts his hands behind his back. You know, if you ever wish to return, it's... wish it so and it will be. It is your home.
Now, the thing is, a friend of mine played roulette, accidentally ended up going to the Fae realm. It was very dangerous, almost died. So
Your
it's
friend
not...
is the Viconian who played roulette.
Well, friend is a strong term. We kind of picked him up along the way accidentally.
Who's
and
we?
We just... me and my actual friend FaZe.
Your friend FaZe?
Yeah.
A beautiful name. Speaks of one who shifts.
Probably. I don't think I've ever seen her. Actually, no, she can be quick. That's shifting, right?
You can, well, the Northerners use the word shift to move, yes. If you were to phase through into the Fae realm, be in two places at once, half and half, some might say.
But being half and half puts you at risk of not being whole.
Or two holes.
Can't be two holes.
When you've lived long enough, you can be whoever you want, and as whole as you wish, as many times as you want.
I'm quite old. And I am definitely just one hole.
You are still young. Trust me.
Well, how old are you?
Older than you. And not as old as I will eventually become.
How old do you plan on eventually becoming?
Until my heart decides otherwise. And for a brief second he looks out across the sea.
Very strange. Why does no one here make sense?
Making sense is easy.
And why do I struggle?
Because you are young.
sure I'm the oldest person I possibly know, maybe apart from you, but I don't know how old you are.
Well, how old are the people you know?
I don't know, but they seem not to be that old.
Probably because they are human.
Well, there's someone I know that's not. They're humanoid. They're not human. I know a lot of people that are humanoid but not human. But again, it still doesn't make any sense as to how old they are.
So what are you going to do now? And he just leans against the stone wall. Do you mind if I keep this? He shows you the stone.
Can I just get you another one and take that one back?
What is the point?
It's quite sentimental, I like it.
Then why did you throw it away? You really did.
No, I rolled it.
That is not how one rolls. I thought you wanted the flowers to smell nice because of the honeysuckle.
Well,
Your sentiments change?
Well, no. In that case, then you have to leave it in the garden.
So I will put this back in the garden, and I will
So you
pay
can't
you
keep
for
it?
another one. You said you'd
Why
get
you-
me another.
Yeah,
And I
but
like
you
the smell of
paid
honey.
for it.
Oh, you can get me one for free. Is this off your
Probably.
Viconian friend? Well, not your real friend, just off Faze, your actual friend.
No, it's not someone else.
Oh. Are they skilled in such things? Making rocks smell nice?
I've only ever seen them do it once, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job because they things really stink sometimes.
He waves his hand, and the smell of garlic and old boot disappears.
What's that?
Probably the same magic your friend used. It's a mere cantrip. Can you not cast cantrips of magic yourself? He's kind of looking at your attire and such.
Well, yeah, it's like you can do this, and she grows like flowers out of her, like a big cluster,
He,
and
he puts his hand out to him, and the flower petals start flapping, and each flower takes off from your hand as a flowered butterfly.
well, now it's just showing off.
Ah, I know.
And then there's another thing that I can do as well, and I'll cast Mold Earth and like kind of drag it all the terrain around the edge area.
He copies you, and will form the earth around what you're creating as well.
So were you a druid?
No.
Why do you laugh about that?
I was once. I'll tell you when we're no longer strangers.
Hey.
Now,
Okay.
I'm standing here looking at someone hanging outside the villa. A very dear friend of mine has given me a roof over my head.
Oh, who's your friend?
Not really a friend, not like my real friends, I believe was the term you used. But an acquaintance that has a lot of gold and wishes more reputation from their gold.
Oh, is that the fat dwarf?
Yes.
Yeah, we met them in Buxy Bay.
Where your friend played roulette.
Well, apparently that's the only place you play roulette, and even then you don't play roulette.
It wasn't a very wise choice.
They did it 3 times.
They're very
I'm
stupid.
Pretty sure they have an addiction.
They will likely
Potentially-
die if they keep playing roulette.
Well, they almost did. They said they're never going to do it again, but we're not quite sure.
You're right to not have them as a friend. Stick with Fizz.
I'm planning on it.
And your magic rock friend.
Yes.
So if anybody asks, should I tell them you weren't here?
You can if you want. Like, just inquisitive. As you say, I am young, so I don't really know anything wrong.
But not dumb.
Not everyone would say that.
They're not here.
But I do kind of want to ask though, because I'm a little bit nervous about your cook guard imp thing.
It's not mine.
You said about the cook guard imp thing. You said that you could tame it. Now I really don't want to. I don't want to end up going to sleep again from this thing just because I'm in the air. And you said that you can tame it. Could you teach me?
I can, but not if we're strangers. For I could be deceiving you, making it easier for the cook. So how would you ever trust whatever I teach you?
Well, what would we have to do to be friends?
Well, you have my name.
So you want mine in return?
What would it be to you for us not to be strangers? And you can keep your name.
Don't be mean to me or any of my friends.
How will I know who not to be mean to if I don't know who your friends are?
We end up seeing them at some point. Like, we're here for the feast, so
You're staying for
And
the
if-
feast?
it's a party, and parties are fun.
Will you have more scented rocks?
I'm sure we could get more scented rocks for you.
I would
I
very
don't know
much
why
like.
you'd- But why would you need scented rocks if you can make the scented rocks on your own?
There's no sentiment behind doing it myself. You said yourself. Some of these rocks are sentimental to you. If you just made them yourself, they're less so. A gift is always there. Holds more.
Why would you want to give money?
So we are no longer strangers.
Okay, right, so if you see me with a group of people that seem like they could be my friends, usually I will be stuck to Phase's side because I don't like going too far away from where they are, because then it makes me nervous because I don't know how to talk to people, but they do.
So how will I recognise Fizz?
I will be glued to their side.
Oh,
Not literally, because apparently that is a thing that can happen.
yes.
But I think it's a saying of being glued to someone's side.
How about
Just like seeing a man about a dog. That's a saying.
it's not?
Well, no, because... And she pulls out her notebook. And she's going to see. Dog and man does not equals, because man about a dog means sex. Now, sex is not about the birds and the bees, which are animals. And she goes into full detail about what she was taught about the saying man about a dog.
Gabriel will stand there for what feels like hours. Whoever your friends are, please leave them as soon as you can. You will live longer. They are not very bright.
Well, no, because I did die this one time, and they did kind of help me come back to life and start breathing.
Anybody can do that.
But not everybody would want.
Maybe you should have less strangers in your life.
That's the reason why I have a friend.
You have. What if your friend dies?
But she's not going to die.
Okay, and you think you are. Okay.
No, she's not going to die. She's not allowed to.
Oh, I see.
So.
I see. Is this the one you are going to be glued to?
Yes, but not literally.
But not literally.
Because
What
that will
about your
affect every
Vigonian friend? Can he die? Or they die? Or she die?
Probably. They haven't yet, which is good.
What about the Magic Rock one? Are they allowed to die?
I genuinely don't think they have the ability to. They're a very weird creature.
Gabriel does a twirl, holds their arms out, looks at you. Maybe they are. Are you flying away or climbing down?
I try not to climb anywhere if I can. I'm not very strong.
Don't doubt yourself.
No, seriously, like half the time I can't pick up a rock.
You're carrying two now.
Those are pebbles different.
You're a...
But I can kick over a bin.
I saw in your notebook. It's very artistic.
Screw it myself.
I'm going to go back inside now.
Hey, you didn't say that you would teach me how to tame an imp.
You haven't yet given me anything to convince us that we're not strangers. You said when I get to meet your friends. But until then, we're still strangers, and I wouldn't want to go against your wishes.
Yeah, we have spoke for quite a long time, and you haven't said that I'm weird or anything. That is a pretty good sign, because that's the reason why I'm friends with FaZe. Because FaZe didn't judge me and think that I was weird.
That's good. Does the Magic Rock one think you're weird?
Oh no, they call me the Evil Witch.
They call you the Evil Witch, and what do you call them?
I haven't given them a nickname.
What's their actual name?
Oh, it's not my place to tell.
Oh, because they're not your friend.
Or no, it's just because it's rude to tell people's names without them knowing who you're telling their names to.
This is very true. I hope FaZe forgives you.
No. Just kind of like buries her head in her hands, just like, oh no, I messed up. FaZe is gonna kill me.
It is very fair-like to give a stranger somebody else's name and not their own.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what you're gonna do with my name. I know that you can't do anything to FaZe because I won't let that happen. So
if you are strong enough to protect FaZe, what makes you think you're not strong enough to protect yourself? And you're the Fae here. It should be I that fear you with my name.
But you said that you were Fae too.
No, I said you're like me. There's a difference.
Ah, okay. Well, I think there's quite obviously a difference. I have wings and you don't.
Do you want me to have wings?
Can you do that?
I can if you tell me your name.
That seems suspicious.
I would agree.
But now I am interested. So if I tell you my name.
Well played. Then we
You're not
are...
gonna do anything nasty to me, are you? Or my friends?
No.
Do you promise?
No. You should never accept a promise from a stranger.
But we wouldn't be strangers.
Well, then you can ask me
We
to
could be
promise
friends.
once we are friends.
But then it's too late. And who's to say that you're gonna promise when you're my friend?
That is your call.
How long are you gonna be in the garden for?
Depends. Am I waiting for a friend or avoiding strangers?
Or why would you want to avoid me if you want to be my friend?
You shouldn't hang around with strangers.
Well then now I've just wasted a whole load of my time.
Not if you give me your name.
I would never give my name, but I can tell you.
Then tell me your name.
What are you gonna do?
You'll find out.
I don't think I want to.
Then you don't need to tell me, and I can
It's
avoid
very
the stranger.
ominous. Why are you so ominous for someone so pretty?
It's part of my charm.
Will you give me 10 minutes? I need to think.
Just leans against the wall.
Okay, and she runs and dives off the cliff and flies down.
Cool. You fly back down. You see Althea, who was gone grey, just sort of, you know, throwing bits into a wishing well, hoping that a demon gets dash.
I mean, how long was Rhea gone? Because I might have started climbing at this point. Like
5 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
like-
conversation. It's real time.
So, yeah,
real
we,
time.
we
So
did-
you've been gone 45 minutes.
So, you probably didn't see it because I nudged you on here, AD. But
I don't read anything.
Yeah, I realised, but I do want to cut in. But I nudged her. I was like, 5 minutes after she leaves, I had something to say, if that's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll go as if I literally just turned.
A bit of a time skip. So you've not quite got there yet, Ray.
But like, as a
That's fine.
no. Like it won't affect like that too much. Probably, I don't think. I'll literally wait that bit of time, and as everybody's kind of like sat around, like, and starts to get, you know, like people are like, okay, I'll be like, Bjorn turns to the party and thinks, trust in the foolish plan.
Ray, you can move 30 feet every 6 seconds. You know when.
This is fine. Like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes have passed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If 5 minutes have passed, Ray is nowhere near.
Yeah. Like it's to the party.
Yeah.
So I think we should wait for Rhea to come back.
After like 15-20 minutes, Althea's looking at footholds and handholds in the wall, like just looking
God,
at the, you know,
thanks.
as time passes, she's getting more and more antsy.
Trust in the foolish plan.
Start playing with my sword. Just waiting impatiently.
Fair amount of time passes, and you see Rhea dive. It is now not sunset, but there ain't a lot left of the sunlight, and it will soon become nightfall. But you do see Rhea, a couple of, you know, stars just poking through behind her as she dives back towards you.
Does that mean the feast has happened?
Not yet. You don't know. You know it's at night time. Ray, you're back. You got 2 rocks that don't smell in your hand.
Fantastic. Right, so slight change of plan. Met a Gabriel in the garden. They
What?
said that I can tame the imp.
You met a what?
A Gabriel. Their name was Gabriel.
What did they look like?
Tall, very, very, very pretty. Like bluish skin, white hair, just very pretty.
What do you mean you met them?
They were in the garden, and I tried to like roll one of the rocks in, and they noticed, and then they found me, and then they were very pretty. Like very pretty.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Rhea?
So they want to be my friend, but in order to be my friend, they want to know my name, and they're saying that they want me to give them my name. I don't want to give my name because you can do a lot with a name. Don't do that. And I said that I'd tell them my name, but then they'd have to promise not to hurt me or my friends, you guys. So now the dilemma is,
What did you tell them about us?
FaZe, that Bjorn, I didn't mention any names apart from FaZe's, but that's because FaZe isn't allowed to die because I won't let them. And they know about Bjorn, but that's because he's stupid and plays roulette because he's an alcoholic. And then they just know that I have a friend that can make smelly rocks, but they can also make the smelly rocks unsmelly. Smell.
Tell the rock politely. Oh yes, I see.
The closer you get to them first, they have a very, very slight odour of honey, suckle.
Actually, they smell quite nice.
What else did they say?
Basically, that they'll teach me how to tame the imp, and if we can tame the imp, it means that then we won't have to worry about it when we get into the villa.
But what reason did you give for wanting to tame the imp?
Because I said I was scared of it, because I was going flying in the town, and then it just attacked me for no reason. For some reason they believed me, I'm not quite sure why. But it's Also,
Are you sure they
entirely
believed you?
lie.
Are you sure you're not being tricked? I'm very worried, Freya.
That is the reason why I'm talking to you.
The
Bjorn
creature's an
looks
imp.
out the cave mouth and thinks, I wonder if Ray's been followed.
I don't know, I fly very quick and they didn't seem to have wings. They said that they could have wings, but only if I gave them my name.
I'm going to take a look up the cliff.
Give me a perception check.
The creature's an imp.
I'm also looking up the cliff. Like,
Give me a perception check.
Apparently, yes, so.
That's going
From
to
this
be
fiendish
a dirty 20.
Cool.
Fiendish.
Fizz?
mine won't be that. Yeah,
Okay.
hang on. Yeah, I rolled on that one.
150 feet-ish up, silhouetted against the night sky. There's a humanoid shape with their arm in the air, it seems, doing this.
Well, we are no longer have the element of surprise. I think,
Althea's head just goes into her hands.
I
I'm
think
going to wave
perhaps
back.
we should start climbing.
Can I just do this to the person?
I can't see what you're doing.
Oh, invisible hand.
I'll take your word on it,
This.
mate. Oh, you're beckoning them.
Yes.
I think she was doing the Italian thing.
Yeah.
No,
It's me, a Fazio. So you, alright, then give me a persuasion check. With advantage. With advantage. With advantage,
okay.
Fazio.
Oh, with advantage is good.
Right, you put the footwork in.
18.
18.
Good dice. Clicked on.
But, dilemma, do I tell them what my name is? Because they say that they're going to be friends with me. And I've already said that they can't hurt me or my friends, but they said that they can't promise that because they don't make promises to strangers. Now, I am technically a stranger because I'm not their friend yet. But I would be able to be their friend if they knew my name.
But what
Why
weight
don't we-
does a promise hold? They could promise not to hurt us and then tell Glutonius that we're here and we could all die. Like, I'm not comfortable with letting this person know us when they're staying in Glutonius' house.
And
They're
neither
already
would
up
I,
there.
as a purple flash of light appears next to Althea.
I was going to
Althea
say,
swears loudly. Like,
That is a
steps
cool
away.
trick.
they're already there. Maybe we should just talk to this person.
You can just...
Hello.
Hello. You must
There he
be Faze, considering how close Rhea is to you.
A pleasure
Like
to meet
glue.
you, Gabriel.
Like glue. And yes, I am Gabriel. And he does a long bow in his dark blue kimono.
Aetheri is nervously kind of edging into the shadow. They're just as close to the wall as they can.
Gabriel looks at Aether and goes, "Ah, the winter rose in the flesh.
You know me?
I know of you.
I'm afraid I don't know you.
You're unique in your clan. The Aetheria, if I'm pronouncing it correctly?
Bowed. It is.
Oh, no. Trust me, you do not need to bow to me. But you do carry a fine reputation amongst the clans.
Is Lady Akiku with you?
Why? There's
I
a
just-
definite shift in Gabriel's stance.
I just saw them around. No reason other than that. I just saw them in town.
And that is all you need to know.
Yes.
Althea's hand will have gone to her, like she's not unsheathed her sword, but her hand is still fisted around the hilt as soon as he appeared and she stepped away.
That might not be all we need to know. Not, to be rude. And it's nice that you met Rhea. Rhea seems to like you.
She is delightful.
Yes, she is, isn't she? Not great with money. Tends to give it to people. But otherwise lovely. Why are you staying in the villa?
Nice.
Yes?
Let's give him my name.
Told him.
Gabriel
Not gave him.
Gabriel leans in. What the rose said. You're safe, Rhea, and steps back. And now we are no
Yeah.
longer strangers. 45 minutes down the shitter.
I feel like
Sorry.
it's one for one.
Yeah. I'll just go. He already knew mine. I assumed he had yours as well. I apologise, Rhea. I didn't know you hadn't given it.
Spending 5 minutes of 10. Didn't give it.
May I get you a drink or something whilst we're down here talking?
I'm
Look
fine.
around at the base of the cliff.
I'm very fine, thank you. Seawater's not my flavour.
No, but they can do that thing where they do the glitter and then it's a goblet and it's got water in it. I wasn't thirsty at the time, so they drank it instead, and then it disappeared into glitter again. It was very cool.
Yes.
That is cool.
I'm assuming you're the Viconian who likes roulette.
I do not like roulette. Once upon a time, it may have been true. I partook, but I no longer like it and will never partake again.
We talked.
My very good friend here, Rhea, she was correct in how pretty you were.
But now that you know my name, we'll be friends.
If you wish it so. This
You
is
go,
always your
Hattis.
choice. Not if you don't give me a reason to. Are you going to hurt me?
Are you going to give us a reason to?
That's not up to me, is it?
I personally have no particular urge to hurt you. You seem perfectly nice.
Yes.
Althea's eyebrow twitches.
I was
To us, whether
looking
you've
at
been
Althea,
nice. Hang on. To us, whether you've been nice in the
Yeah.
rest of your life is neither here nor there.
I don't wish to pry, but if we had business at the villa, would we be interfering with your plans?
Does it involve Lady Akiku?
No, she was a shock.
Then I care not for your plans.
So you wouldn't involve yourself necessarily in anything.
I only have one priority.
Is?
That's
I
just
would
where he
not.
leaves it.
I would never wish to bring harm or shame to Lady Akiku.
For the
Just
record,
stares
Hello,
at
Raid.
Etheria. We got a raid.
Mana Pot Studios.
Hey, ready time! It's gravy time.
Gravy time.
That was me little ready graves. Gravy raids. Ready graves?
Rady
That's a gravy
Graves.
train.
Graves.
We got homebrew. Let's get some.
Oh,
Number
and
10 from KJ.
That's KJ.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
My God.
Boom.
Gravy train.
It's a
What's
double
going on?
raid!
Bloody nerds everywhere. Gravy raid, gravy raid. Let's get the gravy raids. Da-da, da-da, da-da.
I don't have the gravy.
I do. You need a sub.
Like 43 viewers currently.
Woo!
Yeah, but half of them have just rocked up.
Yeah, no.
You
just-
missed the 45-minute dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've just discovered you don't talk to strangers.
Yep. Otherwise they might follow you.
Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play D&D. There's loads of like chats and commands. I'll leave my beautiful mods to do that stuff. But thank you. For the follow. We're trying to hit 2 million followers. Yay! Woo! So
Not ambitious, I love it.
aim big, kids. Aim big. 3, 2, 1, go.
We wish to enter the villa. We have business with Clutonius. It would be better if we were not announced before we entered.
Then don't announce yourselves.
You? Or would you not be in the way? I do not want anything to happen to Lady Akiku, out of respect for Etheria.
Rhea is my friend. I would not
Another friend.
go out of my way to hurt any of her friends, looks at Faze, and acquaintances, and gestures at Beyond.
You on your cat flies if you say like that. Thank you.
Although
That's-
I wasn't aware of these three, and gestures at Etheria, Althea, and Velk. Or maybe one of you who likes magic rocks.
Well, no one likes magic rocks.
That's a lie.
Or apart from you.
You
like
mean
the
who's
honey one.
capable of making magic rocks?
Yes.
I love
Definitely not her, points at Althea. Maybe the Winter Rose? Maybe the one with the floating book and feather. Storyteller, are we? I'll take that as a strong maybe. We've got another raid.
Another raid.
Woo!
Hello, thank you.
All right, kids, calm
Oh
yourselves.
my goodness. 3 raids within 5 minutes.
It's a
What's going on?
chuffed school night.
I'd say it's not, but it sure is.
Go to bed.
Go
All
to
right,
bed, go to
Debbie,
bed.
what are you doing watching TV?
What are you
on
doing, nerds?
Twitch?
What are you doing?
Go to bed. We've all got work
Around
tomorrow.
here is a happening place to be. You believe the lies, Spellbinding Games. You happily believe those lies. Thank
always
you
welcome.
very much for raiding. All of you. Every one of you.
Oh my god, that's.
I mean, I'll put some links in the chat for.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed all your other streams.
With war weirdness.
Do you feel sorry for the event? Straight in with the sales pitch. Shocking, that. Shocking.
Discord
There's a
first.
raid. There's a raid. Get bits off him. Get bits off him.
Discord was first, all right? Hannah used 2 on throwing a rock. We need them.
And somebody else used another one. We're going to
Look. It was a 2, a nat 1, and a 2.
That is pretty devastating. So, you got Gabriel.
Yep.
You're on the, well, you stood outside a cave. Water smashing against the cliff beside you. Well, thank you!
No,
That's
no,
500.
no,
no,
you.
no.
That's 500.
Stop it.
I mean, thank you very much.
That was
Thank
my
you, but
boyfriend.
no.
He sat there. What have you done? Why
He does
would
this
you
every
do
time.
that? Every time. You're such a dick. I need something to throw at him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dice. Your biggest dice.
Right.
You've been shit today.
What are you doing? Shocking. What are you doing, folks?
Who's in the pot, AD?
I am going to begin climbing. If anyone
Gabriel.
wants to join me.
You by any chance have a faster way to get to the top since you came down so fast?
Oh, very
I
much.
thought I'd ask.
Definitely.
That you could share with someone else?
I could share with a friend. Point to Ray.
Rare can fly.
Not strong.
Okay.
Do I need to be strong for this? Because usually when I have to fly and do things, I also need to be strong, and I am not strong. We have established this.
I will merely show you how I got down here.
That could be useful.
Well, it is for me. And
Okay.
but the rest of you have to make your own way.
Obviously, walk past and start climbing.
Rhea, could you get to the top possibly and drop the rope? Would that be alright?
Yes.
Thank you.
He goes to start flying, but then like looks at Gabriel.
He holds out his hand as he did up the top of the cliff.
He very tentatively takes it.
Woof! There's a flash of purple light, and Rhea and Gabriel disappear.
Is that
Is
why
it
we're calling a
really?
break? Like, I don't know what's happening.
That's it.
That's
You've
alright.
disappeared.
As I start climbing next to Bjorn, I just smile at him and think, Bjorn thinks, trust in the foolish. Yeah.
I am trusting in the foolish plan. I'm sure Rhea will be okay. She has met a new friend who's apparently better than an acquaintance. And I'm going to continue climbing.
Wounded.
Mortally wounded.
I'm climbing behind Bjorn, just going fuck.
Yeah, I'll also attempt to climb up the cliff.
So, any of you who do not have a modifier in their athletics, doesn't matter if you're proficient, but if you don't have a modifier, then you need to roll an athletics check. Not you, Raya. You've got their easy streak.
I'm aware. I'm still trying to figure out like that. I am definitely there.
Well, we'll find out in a sec. won't we?
Natural 20.
Acrobatics.
No,
Or is it
athletics.
Athletics.
Okay, I'm just asking, can we
Are
do
you-
acrobatics?
No. If you're climbing and you don't have a modifier, you need to do a climb check. Why are you rolling, Bjorn? You tell me you don't have an athletics modifier.
Why would I have an athletics modifier?
Because have you not got plus in your strength?
No.
The worst.
I have a
warlock ever.
modifier.
I'm a Hexblade Warlock. All of my damage and my proficiency in my
it's your
attack
thingy,
is on
yeah.
charisma.
I mean, if
I don't need strength.
you haven't got the other thing, so.
If Arius climbing outside of him, like, come on.
Yep,
Phase
Natural
of
20.
that's cool.
15.
Cool. Fez, you have a modifier?
+2.
Yeah, cool. So you all start climbing up. This time, Bjorn doesn't fall 50 feet onto his face. Just basically just walks up the cliff like this. Let's go with 2 hands. Just walks. Starts using his beard to climb. It's wonderful. Raya, you appear at the top of the cliff with Gabriel. A flash of purple dust just all around you just fades out. It is a door of dimensions.
Well, it was cool. That's what it was.
I don't
Can you
disagree.
teach me that?
No, you are a druid. I jest. I will teach you anything you wish, Raya. For we are friends now.
Now there's too many options.
So when your friends get here,
Uh-huh.
where shall I be?
Is this a trick question?
It wasn't, but it'd be delightful if it becomes one.
I'm guessing just stood here. I think that would be fine.
Well, I don't wish to be seen with you and your acquaintances and your friend Fizz.
Why not?
I have other priorities.
Okay.
When you have done whatever it is you wish to do, then we can have a friendly talk. Maybe I can teach you a few things.
Okay. Are you gonna teach me how to tame the imp now?
Use
Is
this.
that use this? Oh.
And he produces a silver coin. The creature will stay away from silver.
Silver. I can't. I don't think I really want to touch it too much.
You don't need to touch it. It won't come near you. Hold the silver. It will bow its head.
No, but I'm okay. Okay.
You wanted teaching how to tame it. I've taught you.
Is it just this silver coin, or can it be any silver?
You already saw my magics. The coin is enchanted.
So I
It
need
will
to keep
protect
this
you.
coin.
I would advise it, yes.
Because I only carry 1 coin, and that's just because I was told I had to. The rest of it all goes to Bjorn.
Then see it as a silver piece, rather than a silver coin. You carried rocks for your friend, carry silver rocks for me. Well, for yourself.
Okay. She grabs some like leather thong out of like a little satchel or something she has, and she kind of fashions like a little harness out of it on the
Okay.
coin and ties it onto her staff.
Cool. You just see Gabriel flicking the coin on the leather. Well, your
So-
friends are, and looks over the cliff edge, are making good time. Listen, well, the Viconian is, well, anybody would think they had wings.
Mountain goat.
Meh.
Wait, you're telling me they haven't slipped yet? And she kind of looks over the edge.
Kicks a couple of rocks down. Oops.
He has a tendency to slip down things, usually on his face. That's why it looks the way it does.
I thought he was quite fetching.
Fetching what?
Give me your book.
Oh, okay. She passes him her notebook.
He summons a quill with a long black feather, and he starts writing in the notebook. And he gives it back to you.
Can I ask what it's written in?
It's written in Elven.
Okay, that's fine. I can't really read.
Maybe get
I
your
can
friends
talk
to
it,
tell you.
but I can't read. Okay. I think.
You recognise it as Elven, even if you can't read it.
Okay, cool. I think one of them can probably read Elven.
Get the fetching one to read it. They'll be able to
Bjorn.
demonstrate.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Bjorn it is, thank you.
back again to do that, I think. He takes my coins, so... Well, I give him my coins. Different. He doesn't take them.
Yes.
He's not that mean.
Well, you wouldn't let an acquaintance take your coins, would you?
Well, they're of no use to me.
Coins are very useful.
Everyone keeps saying this.
He taps the coin that's swinging on your staff again.
Different. You said that's imbued with some magic and something.
Then you can
Same
imbue
as
other
this one.
coins. What is that one?
Apparently, it makes me healthier than what I am.
Is that one of the gold? Is that the gold coin Val gave you?
Yes.
Checking a notebook again.
Yeah. Yes.
May I have a look? It will still be your magic. I can't break it.
I was told that I have to hold on to this, so unfortunately, no.
From a friend?
Even from a friend.
Then you should trust your friend.
But I have to hold on to this. I've made a promise.
Did Faze give you it?
No.
Bjorn?
No.
The
little
magic.
one.
The little one. The magic. Is he the magic rocks? Can't lie to a
It's the
friend,
little
Raya.
I'm not lying.
If you
Oh,
don't
thank
speak
you.
the words, I understand.
Exactly. It's the little one who gave me the coin, and I promised that I would hold on to it and not give it to Bjorn like I do the rest of my things.
Okay.
Just like I'm not going to give this one to Bjorn, because I've made a promise to you to not give it away.
And my name is
Gabriel.
well remembered.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to disappear.
Oh, did I mention your thing?
No, I'm just going to disappear. And he goes invisible. Goodbye, Raya.
Well, that is a neat trick. Goodbye, Gabriel.
You
Have
just-
a nice night.
See some rocks, and then through the gap in the wall, and you just hear it whistling as it gets fainter and fainter away. And then you hear as Valk comes over with his deep voice. And your friends climb the cliff.
Friend and acquaintances.
Enough.
When I arrive at the top, I would like to go, Raya, and go climb over the edge and go, we made it.
It didn't seem like you needed it. Even
I see.
Bjorn, like, look. Like, oh, damn.
A spell goes over the edge.
Has he gone?
I think so. He whistled away. So, but he went invisible, so I'm not quite sure.
In the grounds to enact phase 2 stupid plan, did you find out? No, wait, I don't know that. Never mind.
It is not a stupid plan, it is a foolish plan.
I look at Val and just go, semantics.
This group tends to argue semantics quite often, so I just thought I'd get my... because normally they're arguing with me. So
You're
I
a
thought
semantic.
Raya, I would be a friend if you'd have me.
You hear music blasting out from the town.
I think the feast might be starting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same.
So what is the foolish plan?
Get
Just walk
into
in.
the villa.
It's over there.
Let's do so, but should we try and do so with relative subtlety and grace?
We're good at that.
Yeah. And I'm going to attempt to walk towards the hole in the wall stealthily and climb through it.
It's 5 feet in front of you. Like, you climb off the cliff, there's just a ledge on the other side of it.
Then I'll try and be stealthy as I go through it, I guess.
Give me a stealth check.
Wait, Faze.
I'm literally like,
I need to go first because I've got the thing to make the cook guard imp thing not eat us.
okay.
Raya steps forward.
Are you
over.
going quietly or
Quietly, yes, please.
stealth check, please?
Okay.
With advantage. For you.
Fantastic. 18.
Cool. You step through. It's very quiet. Your friends don't hear you clang into anything or make any noise as you step through that hole in the wall. And you step down into the flower beds of the garden. The long bench rocking slightly, but you see nobody on it. I mean, very slightly.
As in wind slightly?
As in wind slightly.
Cool.
Unless you want to swing it and see if anyone's sat on it.
No, I was just gonna go, hi Gabriel! But she does not do that. Because with her druidic knowledge, she realises that it is the wind.
Well worded, Ray. Well worded.
Thank you, thank you.
So, you're in the flower beds. The villa's in front of you. The double bay doors, it's night time fully by the time you guys are up here. The sun has gone, the stars are out. There's a bright half moon in the sky. There is music coming from the town. You start seeing similar lights and arcane entertainment that Velk put on when Althea started to glow. Arcane fireworks going off into the sky, and whatever group or singular person playing music from the other side of the villa that's, you know, coming out from the town itself. The villa is not pitch black, but it is dark, and what light you can see through those double windows and the window and the singular windows along the north-facing wall seem to be either candlelight or a small arcane glow. What do you do, Ray?
I beckon the rest of the team to follow quietly.
So you move away from the hole in the wall. Who's through next? There's
I was already waiting.
stealth check.
With disadvantage, because that's just the shape I am.
Cool.
That's a 7 there, AD.
Cool. Who's next? As you hear,
I'll go after Face.
yeah, first screeches through. Yeah,
The other one was a nat 20, by the way.
That would be a 19.
cool. You get through pretty quietly into the
Follow.
flower beds. Etheria, stealth check. Well, you don't have to. You're doing it stealthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
17.
Cool. Off here, Velk.
Althea will gesture to Vilk.
When so we can see them cutting across the flower beds, right?
They're just in them. They haven't moved anyway.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So if they're
You're all still against the wall, but on the they're still against the wall, but on the inside.
okay, let's go. So we're moving just into the flower beds. We're not moving
Yeah.
across towards.
Well,
the
from
house
the
yet.
looks of it, unless someone tells me otherwise.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's go. I'll move into the flower beds.
So are you stealthing it?
Yeah. That is 13.
13, cool. A little bit clunky. A few of you hear the clunk and the clink, and the book just chips a stone. Althea, you're on the other side, cliff side. Do you want to be villa side?
Yeah. Disadvantage. Oh, 16.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. None of the metal of Althea touches the stone wall. You are now all in the flower beds of this garden in this villa. Of this villa, sorry.
How far away is the back door?
From where you are, maybe 35 feet from wall to door, maybe 40 feet from wall to door.
Anyone
From
in
the wall you're at to the door.
Anyone in the windows looking out?
Perception check.
Perception's going to be a 15.
You see a small creature about the size of Velk, bald head, no eyes, no ears, just poking its head out of one of the windows, sniffing at the air, forked tongue just licking out, and then it disappears back inside.
Did not follow like Etheria said it would?
I did say that you'd got something against it.
Maybe it hasn't smelled us yet too.
Then come, Raya, let us go, quick.
Bjorn considers first asking what it is.
You said he was an imp.
I do not tend to look gift elf in the mouth. I think we should go.
Considering
that one.
what it is that is protecting us. Oh,
Can
Ray
I
just kind of flicks the coin.
Can I just say that I love that you turned it high fantasy and said gift elf, but horses are a thing. They were
I'm on
beautiful.
board.
Funnier
I
with
loved
gift
it.
elf.
I do.
But in Viconia, we smack an elf in the face daily.
What did Gabriel give you? Right?
Flicks the coin again.
So,
Go.
would this be any silver coin?
I don't know. He gave me this one and I said they would keep him away, so
Did this put any magic on it?
probably.
Althea's going to lean forward and whisper, "Let's talk about this later. Like, let's go."
Bjorn
Move,
considers looking at the coin with his eyes.
Or we could consider
You make a very good point. Thank you.
going forward and getting through the villa.
We can do it at the same time. Let us go. And I'll activate Eldritch Sight as we move towards the villa.
Ever the voice of reason.
Other than what you already know that pings as magical on your party. The silver coin that Rhea has hanging from the staff is abjuration magic.
Okay, cool.
Now Bjorn knows what the magic is. We now know how to move as a party.
It is shielding us, so yes, we move behind Rhea.
Bjorn considers, or at least within a certain distance.
Did not think Rhea liked to be crowded. But Rhea, if you do not mind us all sticking close to you, it would be preferable, I think.
I am quite squidgy, and as we know, this could go horribly wrong. I'd rather not be the first to die.
I'll
I
stay
will.
close to you.
I will protect you also.
Ah, thanks, friend.
Althea looks like visibly annoyed. She's Rhea, honestly, and I mean with the best will in the world, and we will protect you. But at this point, I don't care if you don't like the fact that we're going to be close to you. We're going to be close to you because it's how we keep us all safe. And she moves closer to her and moves the party on. Let's not have this conversation in a garden. Let's
As
keep each other
Rhea
safe.
kind of gets squished in as she shuffles on, she's like, I said I didn't mind.
Good. Good. I'm just saying it wasn't even a conversation. Like, let's
go!
Anyway, as you all, as a unified, unbreakable bonding team of
Althea looks
acquaintances
seething.
and
Me,
friends
it's perfectly fine. Althea is
and
furious right
hypocrites,
now.
you make your way to the double doors.
I whisper under my breath, touch my kimono and cast Mage Armor.
What level?
Second.
Okay.
As we leave the flower bed, I will take out a small little vial of perfume that I have in my backpack, and I will spray a little bit around the flower bed area.
Cool.
I'm going to cast Armor of Access.
Cool. Anyone else?
Following Rhea.
Yeah. 4 echoes of Althea appear. We go FBI coming in.
Not level 17, I get 1 until then.
At the door. Bang!
You get to these large glass double doors of the villa, and you can see beyond it a large hallway, mosaic floored. Some sort of now that you're here, the coloration of the tiles in the middle are like an orange-esque colour, and they show a depiction of a phoenix, a firebird. Not integrated to, it's just decorative on the floor. massive mosaic tiles everywhere, all over the floor. A couple of pillars to the left and the right, and then the rest of the villa kind of pans off into different hallways and such. You can see that further back there is a doorway that leads into where you saw, Raya, where it was a like almost hollowed like square. The rooftop went around the edges. You see a table in the middle, up top of this phoenix. Dead rats and frogs and snakes, all just scattered across the table on the floor, mushed all about. It is an horrific sight. And a chair, but you see no people.
And this is where she was.
Well, she's not here now.
She's at the feast. Did you hear the music? I assume she's still gone.
Well, we need to see who's in the house. That would be our first step, I would say. Apart from the little rat creature. Does anyone have the ability to sense people within a house, or are we actually going to search room by room?
I don't have
Homebrew feet.
room searching abilities. Yeah.
You're the best tracker we've got, Althea.
Yeah,
There's
why
no one
not?
handing out leaflets. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Can I search for a leaflet on the villa?
Yeah, can I pick up blueprints or like a guest list?
There's keys
of
and
what
everyone's
rooms they're
names.
staying in? Yeah.
Bjorn's gonna tend
Just
to
little
open the
like
door.
little diamonds above their heads, like Sims. That would
It's
be
locked.
good.
This might cause an issue.
The locked door.
This specific thing might cause an issue. This
does
is
anyone-
not the whole situation
I
that we're in.
cannot pick locks.
Does anyone have the ability to open a lock, or are we going to find another way in and I pick up a rock?
I have ability to open the door, not the lock.
There's windows down the side. Did the windows have glass?
No.
I'm gonna just hop in through the window.
There we go.
There's 2 windows down there with no glass.
Althea looks even more frustrated that she doesn't get to smash a door in. It's like, I needed this. I needed
Oh,
this.
fucking genius.
Yeah, Althea slightly nervously. I'm like, okay. Go through
So-
the window.
The theory, you know the windows to the right are where Gabriel and Akiku were getting jiggy with it.
Yep.
To the left, you've no idea.
No. I have explained this to the party as well and given.
I
a
will take your
description.
word on it.
Yeah. When I went back, I described what I saw.
Cool.
So I'll reiterate that there's windows to the right with no windows. I'll say I don't know what's over there.
Did you describe which room you saw Plutonius in?
Yes.
This one, right in front of you.
The main one with the
Yeah.
tables.
They were sat at the table when Etheria saw them.
Yeah. So the windows over there, that's where Lady Akiku and Gabriel were.
Etheria blushes when they tell you that.
The room the room that Plutonius was in?
Glutonius was in the main room.
Right in
No,
front.
sorry, I was asking. Is that what I'm going to go in that window. And I'm going to go in that window.
So that window is not where Etheria's pointing when they mention Glutonius. Etheria's pointing at the table and chair in front of you in the glass doors.
Okay, nearest window.
Left or right?
The left.
Cool. Beyond disappears. What are you lot doing?
I'll follow. I don't know what's over there, but I'll follow.
Etheria. Y'all going through the same window?
I'm gonna say to the door is glass in front of us.
Yeah, yeah.
The one that we're trying to get through.
Yep.
That was locked.
Yep.
I'm gonna say I can. There is a way for me to get to the other side if we wanted to. I didn't realise it was glass, and I can see a point within 15 feet of me. But I don't have to. If we don't, we definitely don't want to go in that room. But I don't know if it doesn't make any difference to it being locked. But
We can probably just use the door on the inside.
Remember, there is a certain radius that we can all go to before the imp will start smelling me.
yeah, we need to make sure we stay near Raya. So yeah, let's all go together.
But I just follow the others through the same window.
Are you all going for that same window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
This is essentially the gardener's room. There are little trowels and clay pots. There are seedlings already out. It's very, it's musty. You're in quite a decent size, maybe 20 foot long, 10 feet from where you just popped into the window to the wall. There is door in front of it that seems to be a bit more solid than most doors, probably to keep the smells at bay. Every now and then you get a whiff of something a bit stronger, maybe like the horses add to this gardener's room. But yeah, you're in essentially the gardener's shed part of the villa. But there is a door that leads, from the looks of it, into that huge hall that you saw the table and chairs are covered in the dead rats, frogs and snakes.
Go towards the door.
As we climb through the window, like I'll go last and I'll look over to the flower bed and see if anything has gone towards it.
Give me a perception check.
40 plus 4, 17.
You see a very large pig with big thick tusks just pottering across. There are like orange streaks across it, like someone's powdered their hand in orange dye and just like streaked it across the pig. I mean, it's fucking massive. And just trots across to the flower bed, starts into the flower bed. Can't do accents, but I can do animal noises.
Yeah, but the pig wasn't smoking, so it's not a normal animal noise for you.
Maybe it's not a magical animal.
Cool.
Like this music.
Are we ready?
Yeah, try the door.
Yes.
Open the door.
Give me a Constitution saving throw as soon as you open the door to resist the smell that hits you. And you're just barely not throwing up.
Concept.
You should be
Sorry.
alright now.
That was a fail.
No,
No.
You should be alright now.
Yeah, it should be.
It's 29 DC, mate.
That's a 17.
17? Motherfucker, I thought I'd got you. When this smell hits you, it is not a smell of rotting food, or, you know, when the smell first hits, you're thinking it's just whatever's been left, but there is a strength to this that is not like it's been increased, imbued, empowered. Like when someone starts adding ingredients to a broth, the smell that hits you of decay and rotting flesh, and the smells of when you walk through a battlefield where those dead have been left there for a long time. It hits you like real hard, back of the throat type stuff. You retch a little bit, but you hold it down. But that smell is definitely something you think will assail one's senses when they get near it. So you look behind, you see your friends there and acquaintances, and you know, stepping from this room, they too will have to embrace that scent. It is that strong. But you feel you can, you know, handle it for now.
I do not know if any of you have the ability, but if you have perfume to put on handkerchiefs over your nose, it may help. But this room is... the decay in this room is palpable.
I look at Bjorn. I look at the bag that I've got a head in and go, I don't have perfume.
Probably just going to hold a nose.
Velk, may I borrow your perfume?
Viria looks from their bag and finds some perfume.
Huh. Thank you.
I just hold out mine.
Start drinking it.
Yeah, I'll scoff it. I'll spray it on a scarf and do my best ninja impression.
Get high as fuck. Okay.
Woo!
I said perfume, not nail varnish.
I'll hand it back to Velk.
Smile.
Thank you.
I'll
And
just...
I'll follow beyond to the door.
You're kind of at the doorway beyond. Stepping beyond it, your friends will have to embrace the scent. It's
I'm gonna
thick in the
walk
air,
through
you
as I
can
am.
almost touch it. You step through?
walk through as I am.
Well, it's a single file door and Bjorn's at the door.
I'm gonna walk out into the room.
Okay, who's next? Etheria?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Any advantage?
No, you just
Okay.
changed the DC, that's all.
That would be Con save.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Oh, yep. The smell of the perfume is almost negated, but just hangs on enough. You kind of just swallow it down and step up to Bjorn, leaving space for your friends to follow. It's funny that the smell doesn't reach them within the room, but you can feel like a fog. You can feel it in the room. Beyond you is the tiled floor, and I'll get to that bit in a sec. Who else goes out? Fizz? You're just going out as is?
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, please.
19.
Again, same thing. It is a smell that is familiar to you, but not that you can place, and it is horrific. And you do feel the need to vom, but you don't. Yeah. Anyone else out next?
Go next, stay in the middle.
Okay.
So that way we've got a good radius around us.
Okay, Raya, in you go. Constitution saving throw.
19.
Same. You handle this stuff a bit better than the others. There are magics that your lot have cast that hold a bit of an ordeal to them. But again, it's still pretty horrific, and you don't fancy being in it much longer. But you do step out of the room. Althea?
Yeah. 17. No, 18. Got plus 3. Yeah, 18.
Same as the rest. You've been round blood and guts most of your life, and they all hold, a decaying, rotting smell to them. I mean, they quickly try and clean them up with sand and stuff like this and sawdust, but there are those elements where you've sat waiting for the next fight and it's just in your face. But you steal against it and out you step. Just you, Volk. I go out the window, ride the pig to glory.
3.
We have 2 rerolls.
You got 2 rerolls.
That's 5 in total. I'll use a reroll. Natural 20.
Yeah. Just as Volk's about to pass on to the next chapter of his life, he stands up, and Volk thinks, "Fuck that."
He breathes deep.
Breathes deep. Just accepts it and turns into Glutonius.
Like his own fat.
Yeah. Oh. Just touch over this himself. You are now all just outside the gardener's room. Just slightly off to your right, you see the big open hall, the grey stone mosaic tiles, the firebird in the centre, again simply created from different coloured tiles. The large table covered in these dead rats and snakes and frogs. Every now and then one of them will twitch and move. Some of the blisters pop and just explode all over one another. Fuck's sake, Rhea.
I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Chocolate buttons.
You see chocolate buttons just pop and explode off the rat's ass.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
So childish. It's alright, Bex. They let me do it.
Need a drink.
And you see this horrific scene of whatever Glutonius was munching through, and teeth marks and half bits of milk buttons flying out. It's horrific, though. It's horrific. And a large cleaver was just stuck in the wood, and an empty plate. I say empty, it's been used, but there's a plate, and it's just kind of torchlit all around it, and you can see the corridors that lead off to where Etheria described the kitchen and such. You hear a I say scratching, but a hoofing at the glass door, as you see a very large pig covered in orange dye at the glass doors, like a dog wanting to be let in. And then you hear a and just coming out of the shadows from the kitchen area, you see a small creature about the size of a bald head, no ears, no eyes, sniffing at the air, very large nostrils, forked tongue just licking out. How close in feet or ponchos, whichever you wish, are you to Rhea?
1 poncho away?
1 poncho.
That's
Beyond.
5 foot, yeah.
Are you all just surrounding Rhea?
Ringing
Yeah.
We know we've got to
to
stay close.
Well, I'd be as close as I can while not sitting on someone else's lap.
Well, there's enough squares around
Althea
Rhea.
pulls Etheria onto a lap.
Onto a square.
Yeah, just bear hugs.
Stand in that square.
I put my hand on my sword hilt and watch it.
Do you move or do you stand still?
Standing still until the party's...
All of you. That's a question aimed at you all.
Stand still.
I was gonna, before, with the pig thing, can I turn to Bjorn and say, with your eyes, is the pig a pig? Like, it looks weird and there's a pig walking around. Is it still,
Do you activate your eyes?
By the time this is taken, my eyes are still on.
Okay. That's even better. Cool.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Oh.
Look at the pig, Bjorn.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Bjorn's
Oh,
eyes are
shit.
closed.
The room. The entire room. I'm gonna go blind. Bjorn's blind.
You would have seen it before
Seal
you
the
went in,
fish.
though, I'm assuming.
You'd have, yeah.
He
your
would have
eyes
seen it
on
before he went
the-
in if I'd have known his
Okay.
eyes were on. I forgot his
okay.
eyes were on.
Yeah, because it was the Raya's coin, wasn't it?
If it's in the room, you'd have seen it outside, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So, how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Oh, you won't have seen it. It's not on.
No?
No.
You'd have
By
to
the
spin it
time
back up.
you turned them on to look at the coin before you came in, and then you all came in one by one into the hide, and then you all walked across to the villa. So
Okay. Alright.
It was in the coin. Yeah, it was in the garden after we walked into the.
it was before you walked in. You checked the coin before you even came through.
No, that was when we were in the flower bed.
Yeah, we checked the coin in the garden after we
Well,
walked
either
through
way,
the gap.
you're on that wall.
Yeah, yeah,
You've
okay.
had 10 minutes.
That's
You've had
cool.
10 minutes.
Bjorn, can you look at the pig to see if...
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is it just on off at will? Yeah.
Yes.
Eldritch
cool.
Invocation, yeah.
As you go with your eyes, I know they don't physically light up unless you so wish them to.
They do.
But the creature
They do
goes. All right. The creature goes and looks straight over in your lot's direction. You
Yeah,
see on the
nothing.
creature, the sniffy creature, divination. You see in the room, abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation, all in
Oh,
this
wow.
room. And then you look
Just-
across to the pig. You see evocation and transmutation on the pig. You don't even see the pig anymore. It's just a glowing of transmutation and evocation magic. And then can you give me a constitution saving throw, please?
That's not a pig.
70.
You are blinded for 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
Just.
Bjorn, what did you see?
There is magic everywhere. There's so much that I cannot see.
It comes
I
about
cannot
5
see.
feet
I have
closer.
gone blind.
You cannot see.
No. I have lost my ability to see anything. I'm gonna turn the eyes off.
Give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna be 16.
You can see again. Yes, they are
Looking
two
up.
different DCs.
Looking outside, how, like, so when we were in the flower bed, it just progressed into, like, evening time, on it.
Just past, like the sun had gone.
Like
You could
it's
see
just-
stars in the
sun's
sky.
just gone down, hasn't it? Yeah.
That was as you come over the cliff edge and
Okay.
such. Well, the whole thing is while you were climbing through, it's now night time.
Okay. Just so I'm aware.
Bjorn, what did the... like...
The little baldy creature's about 10 feet from you. It kind of steps through the dead rodents and frogs and snakes.
Can I
Starts sniffing at the air around you all.
maneuver Rhea towards the... like, be her willing, like, just towards the front, like, holding on to her and being right next to her, but trying to put her, sort of, point her towards the...
Assuming
or at
Rhea
least-
doesn't resist.
Happily.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
her stick towards the creature,
Grapple
as in,
check.
like, you know, point the thing that's protecting us at it, like, it might back off a bit.
Be your best
But
Jurassic
all
Park.
staying, I'm not like shoving her in front of me. I'm staying
Yeah.
next to her.
You're just aiming.
Yeah,
Aiming Rhea's stuff.
just throwing her at the thing.
As you aim, Rhea, the creature's head sniffs towards the silver coin, but doesn't come any closer. It just kind of follows it.
Pig is not a pig. It has been changed by magic. It is not a pig.
We killed this thing.
Does anyone have the ability to get rid of magic? Is that a thing?
I think so. I mean, I think it is a thing, but I don't think it's something.
It's not an ability I have. We need to move.
Move where? We've got a pig and a thingy.
Um,
In a room full of magic.
somewhere. I can't stay here
I need-
between the
we
pig
need
and the
to-
imp.
The pig is currently not doing anything. We just know it's not a pig. Is this thing still coming towards us?
It's at 10 feet from Rhea.
Yeah.
So if someone's in a square between you and Rhea, between
Yeah.
Rhea and the creature,
Mm.
it's still bobbing. It'd bob their head. Say you were stood there, it'd look around you, and it's kind of like following the shiny light, as it were, of Rhea's silver coin. So it remains at 10 feet from Rhea, no matter who's in front. If you go beyond that, then you'll find out.
Quick vote from the group. Kill the thing, yes or no?
I would like to kill the thing.
If we kill the
I
thing,
shoot my
someone's.
crossbow at the thing.
If we kill the thing, before someone is definitely going to know that we've been here. Everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Gabriel knows we're here.
Gabriel knows we're
going-
here, and Gabriel knows our names, and Gabriel
Bjorn
will know that we're the
considers-
one that kills it.
Bjorn considers the foolish plan will lead to people knowing we're here. Is the creature like, so it went up and like it's got up and sniffed the coin, as it were?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
gone
10
up to
feet
the coin.
away.
It's 10 feet. So imagine it's on a fish. You've got a fishing rod out in front of it, and it's looking at that silver coin. It doesn't come
Okay.
within 10 feet of the coin. It just follows it at 10 feet.
I imagine if the coin moved towards it, it's going to move back.
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
can't come
yeah,
any
exactly
closer.
that. Exactly that.
Yeah.
It's like on a leash, mate. 10 feet leash.
Yeah.
10 foot
Bjorn.
leash.
Bjorn looks outside and considers the time. If time is pressing on, then we perhaps won't have time to enact the foolish plan if we are to fight the creature.
Move away from it.
We could fight the creature and wait here for Glutonius to get back.
I assume
Right.
that Velk has a foolish plan in mind. On the
This point,
basis.
I cannot remember what the foolish plan was.
The foolish plan. It was a plan. It was foolish. It was to arrive here and see if anyone was here. If they were, it was to talk to them. If they weren't, it was to look around. We're at the looking around stage, and now we're in trouble. So we need to decide: we kill this thing, and people know we're here, which they probably already do because there was a blue elf that knows us all now. That we shouldn't trust.
Rhea
And-
considers moving around to see how the pig reacts.
Pig, the imp.
The imp.
No, the pig. There's a pig as well.
Yeah, but the pig's outside. We're doing
Pig's
the imp.
outside.
I meant, sorry, I've said pig, haven't I? The thing, the
imp.
creature.
The imp.
Yeah.
I kind of hold out her staff.
It moves
A little
away.
bit in front of it. It moves
As
away.
you go towards it, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
Do I know what an imp is as well from my training?
Oh, yeah.
21.
The imp puts its forehead to the floor in a bow. Just like literally crouches, puts its forehead in a bow, and bows its head to you putting the silver coin there. Just like Gabriel told you.
Is presenting a pretty good target.
Hang on. I really don't want to kill anything that doesn't necessarily deserve it.
It's only acting like this phase because of that coin. If the
Hang
coin
on.
wasn't here, it would be attacking us.
I know
But
that.
it's not.
Rhea, move the staff away again and see what it does now. Move it towards you.
Moved it towards me.
It gets up
Yes.
and
What if I
focuses
message it?
at the coin. Etheria, just for your imp knowledge, they are, cats and dogs and well-trained cats and dogs of the fiendish realms. Some can be very smart, others can be, not very smart. But
What if I message it?
We just back it into a room and close the door and shut it in there.
Rhea, When you move it away and it looks back up and starts sniffing, it sits
Oh,
and just
Don't
sniffs
stare at
you.
it. It's not cute.
bit cute.
Your own thing. It's time to move on.
It's
If
basically
you're
like
not going to let me kill it, we should go.
it's basically like a pet. We need to move.
A pet from a plane of evil.
Yes.
That shot Rhea with a dart.
I mean, sure, but it's not
Raya is just
necessarily...
going to bang her staff on the ground and say, "Stay."
They can't hear you.
It reacts
respond to
and
that.
sits like lower.
Tell it to go back to the kitchen, Rhea.
Go back to the kitchen.
It lays down.
Aw. I'm sorry.
Do not
it's
owe
just-
it. You're making it very difficult to want to continue wanting to kill it.
Nah, she's not.
Let's continue moving.
What are we doing about the pig? That's not a pig.
It's outside. We don't need to worry about it right now.
Perception check. Who looks at the glass door and goes, "What are we doing about the pig?"
That's me.
I think we all glance at the pig at that point. Do we do the perception
Hell
check
no.
as well?
No, just Althea. She said it first.
Unnatural 20. 19
Boom.
plus 1.
What pig?
What? What, sorry?
What pig?
What pig?
Then
What
it's
pig?
gone.
Pig's gone. Who knows where? But it wasn't a pig, so it could be, someone trying to murder us at this point. Who knows?
Again, we
And
need
Althea
to,
just loses like.
we need to move. There's an upstairs as well. There's rooms over there. There's rooms on this side. We're not getting anywhere. Just stop here.
But we're not being sniffed out now, then let's go and look. And I'm going to go and walk back out through the door.
At the same point, the longer we stay
Oh,
here,
no.
As you
we're
walk,
not
as
at
you
the
walk
things.
away from Rhea,
Yeah.
the creature gets up, starts sniffing at you,
No.
hissing
okay.
its tongue out, and puts itself between you and Rhea.
I'm going to step between it and FaZe with my sword out.
Raya moves just closer towards FaZe and
It-
kind of huddles everyone along.
It sniffs past Althea at FaZe and still stays in a guarded position in front of Rhea.
FaZe? Wait, Rhea? No. Is it just... Did you tell us about the coin being silver? Do we know that it's a silver coin?
Yes.
She said it was a silver coin. Then Bjorn
But-
asked if magic had been put on it. Rhea said
He
that's
used the
what
eyes.
Gabriel said. Then he used
Oh,
the
okay,
eyes
so it's
and
not
then-
just
yeah.
the fact that it's silver. I was going to say, FaZe, is any part of you silver? But no.
Stop
Seriously.
punching it.
Rhea, just walk it toward the room and close the door on it. And then at least you won't have to kill it.
You're all going to have
I
to
mean-
follow me, otherwise it's just going to go for you.
Fine.
It
Yeah,
didn't
but
go
do
for
we- this-
FaZe. It just guarded you against FaZe. Just so you're clear for you, Rhea. Like Rhea walked, FaZe walked
I'm gonna-
away from you. It didn't go after FaZe. It just protected you, or appeared to be.
I'm going to walk it to the door.
Which door?
The door out.
The double
Wait,
glass
came
door.
in.
door.
The
Where we came
kitchen's
in
over there.
from.
Cool,
And lock it out.
cool. As you open the door, yep, you unlock
Yeah.
the door. You open the door to let the creature out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check.
21.
Cool. Give me a will save. Wisdom.
Will save?
Thank
Wisdom,
you.
wisdom. There's a lot of
Goes back a few
tabletops
gens.
in my head. Wisdom.
16.
Two things happen. One,
Oh no.
as you open the door to let the creature out, it stays within 10 feet of you and can kind of be ushered because you're obviously using the silver on the staff to do so, and it's now outside. It turns quickly to the left and starts sniffing, and again goes in that guarded position. As you look left, and you see a ginormous pig start to fold in on itself, and then expand and crack, and shoulder blades pop out the back of it, straight through the flesh. The orange powder coming off left, right and centre. It rears back. Its legs come thick and backward bent as it gets bigger and bigger. Its chest explodes forwards. Its arms and shoulders get bigger and bigger, and its huge pig head tusks grow out. More tusks grow out the side. Its eye explodes and drips down its face as a glowing red eye shows out behind it. The left eye goes bright orange fire from behind it. There is orange dark matted fur all across the back of the forehead like some shit mohawk that goes all the way down its back, as you see a 12.5 foot warthog looking not too far off Batiar as the Rhinotaur, or the Minotaur down in the other thingy, and it stares at you, and you become frightened of the creature. And before
Yeah, no shit.
before we go any further, that is the end of the session, kids.
No.
Because it is 11:10. Alright?
I
For you,
need a wee.
we'll be
I
starting.
need a wee.
Sorry, there was no break. We
I
plowed
need to
through. It was ridiculous. Right, thank you. We gotta go. It's super late. We'd only kick off about 5 or 10 minutes earlier. You will be starting next session by rolling initiative. You will be using Roll20. You will be using Coyote Grey's tokens. We will be using Loki battle mats. We will be smashing Sirenscape. All official sponsors. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah. So if you want to find out how the fight goes, please come in next Monday. It's brilliant. It'll be about 8 o'clock. Yeah, thank you so much for all the raids. It was absolutely ridiculous. Thank you so much. Those of you that stayed, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Please drop a follows and likes and all that good stuff. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, thank you for listening to our storytelling. You lot, thank you very much for entertaining me endlessly every Monday with your beautiful interpretation.
It's really hard to play a character that's angry when everything is so funny.
Right, kids. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Please check out all the links and the sponsors and push all the buttons underneath the stream. We're off. We're off. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Right. For now, so good night, players.
Bye.
See you later, folks. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.